Previously in Phillies home games, it was a chilling start, and the elements weren't the only thing causing the home team problems. Wins were hard to come by, and bad moments came one after another. Another episode is beginning, and spring has arrived. The temperature is rising, and the bats are starting to heat up. It was a mess when they left, and it's clear that they need to do some spring cleaning at home.
Well, the calendar says it's springtime, but it feels like summertime in Philadelphia tonight. An absolutely great night for a baseball game at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies and the Houston Astros. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Wheeler with Gary Matthews. Harry will be along later. And, Gary, the Phillies are back in town. Had a pretty good road trip, but they need to step it up here a little bit.
Well, they're absolutely right. Need to really take control of their home field, get things going there. And again, good old home cooking can really make you play better. There's a lot of good weather that's coming up here lately. You can see the Phillies' current home record, 1-5. Team average is really pretty good, 280 for the team average. ERA 5.84 needs to come down. Have a 7-game homestand, and this is the time now, Chris, that they need to start winning some ball games.
Yeah, and the team that played tonight, the Houston Astros, are 9-2 in this ballpark. They have played very well against the Phillies here at Citizens Bank Park. They're on a road trip right now, and they're also playing pretty well on that.
Right, they have been playing well on the road, like you mentioned. But the main thing, they've been getting pretty good pitching, some timely hitting as well. Getting off to that good start, though, Chris, it's able them to play the way that they have been playing. You can see last year they were 38-43, not really a hot road trip. They're now on a 9-game road trip. They're 6-3 currently. They were 2-0 there. You can see in Cincinnati. Have a ball game they're going to be playing tonight. 1-2 in Milwaukee. That's a tough ball club. Then they're headed out to Pittsburgh and trying to continue their success. If you can win on the road, it makes it so much easier to fight for a division title.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a night off. The cancellation last week. They are back in town. Chris Sampson on the mound against Adam Eaton, and the Phillies will be honoring the great Jackie Robinson before tonight's game.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. By Southwest Airlines, taking low fares farther. Visit southwest.com. By Toyota Tundra, it's a smart way to keep moving forward. And by Independence Blue Cross. When you have the most preferred health plan in the region, you'll never feel alone.
No more toys.
Dog food, 15 points. Carpet cleaner, 5 points. Your total is 20 points. You are 2 points away from a flat screen TV.
Go get the toy.
With Citizens Bank Rewards, you earn everyday points towards rewards by using your debit card. Log on for a chance to win 1 million everyday points. Only at Citizens Bank.
It's the Comcast Digital Cable Self-Install Kit. Call today and have it shipped free to your home within 3 days. Hooking it up is easy. Just connect the receiver, call to activate, and enjoy Comcast Digital Cable. 100% digital quality picture, an on-screen guide, 47 music channels, and on demand featuring a library of thousands of movies and shows. Everything you need to get connected, in the box and ready to go. Connect. Call us and kick back with Comcast Digital Cable. Call today.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
Well, a week ago, ago Sunday, we were rained out of the 60th anniversary tribute for the great Jackie Robinson. We will celebrate tonight in this makeup game with the Houston Astros. All of the players on both teams will be wearing Jackie's number 42. And Jackie's brother delivered the first pitch, and it was a strike. And Harry Callis along with Gary Matthews and Chris Wheeler, and you can't say enough for what that man did, not only for Major League Baseball, Sarge, but for the country.
Absolutely right, Harry, and I know that in my playing days and going out, and not just with Jackie Robinson, Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige, but obviously Jackie leading the way, being the pioneer, and talking earlier as well in the media room, you couldn't have picked a better person simply because he was an educated man as well, besides a good athlete, and being able to play in 4 different sports and excelling in all of them, from being track or football or basketball, and quite a feat, and just a heck of a person to try and grow up and emulate as far as in your education and how to act on the field and off the field.
Don't think there are many men at all, maybe a handful, that could have handled what Jackie Robinson did, and did it with such grace and class.
Well, day in and day out, and I think for sure that in going through those things that he had to feel that in order for other minorities and blacks in particular to be able to have a chance, and along with the Latins, that he had to carry himself in a certain way and then carry the cross, if you will, and bear the burden of the things that happened from verbally and not being able to live and be in certain hotels, but still go out and play the game. And eventually, after his teams fell in love with him and the style of play, I think society accepted it to some part, where there were other blacks able to come in after him. And along what we talked about, even Larry Doby, another pioneer as well, that should get a lot of credit, has not been doing that. So again, the tribute to Jackie is well due, and I'm sure that this will be something that, again, most of the athletes that are playing today will never forget. And I think by doing that as well, some of the younger players will begin to think about some of the guys that played before them and paved their way, which is a great tribute.
You know, you talk to Jimmy Rollins, you talk to Ryan Howard, and those guys will never, ever forget what Jackie did.
Well, I think that's good, too, because sometimes when you go up and you would ask some of the younger players, they would often say, well, no, I don't remember this guy, or forget the guys that played back in the Negro Leagues, but how about the guys even that we're playing today? A lot of the younger players don't know a lot of guys even in my era. So to now recognize, to be able to have scholarships like you're seeing there for kids to go to college, that's a great way to remember a guy that was educated and, again, was the pioneer for a lot of the black players to be able to play, and to play to this day.
Well, the Phillies have taken the field for this makeup game, and let's check the starting lineup for Phil Garner's Houston Astros. He'll have Craig Biggio at second base leading off. Mark Loretta playing shortstop tonight. He'll bat second. Lance Berkman first base hitting third. Carlos Lee left field bats fourth. Luke Scott right field hits fifth. Mike Lamb will be at third base. Chris Burke in center field. Brad Osmus catching. Chris Sampson pitching. They're facing 29-year-old Adam Eaton.
Start number 4 for Adam Eaton, who's pitched really well his last couple times out. 3-run home run by Brian Schneider the other night in Washington hurt him, but it was another good outing for him.
First pitch of the game is slammed to deep left center field, and Biggio has hit it out of here. Craig Biggio on the first pitch of the game hits home run number 3. Hit number 2,942. 1-0 Astros.
Well, he is a notorious fastball hitter. You don't expect him to hit too many home runs. He hit a grand slam the other night to win a game for them. But that ball's right down the middle, and he thought it had a chance as soon as he hit it.
Oh, he knew the ball was gone. Biggio, you're right. He's a fastball hitter. First pitch fastball, he is looking to try and drive the ball and hit the ball as hard as he can, and he did that.
Here's Mark Loretta. Better in infielding and started shortstop tonight. He's been primarily a second baseman in his career. He has Eaton in his book. He's 1 for 3 lifetime against Eaton with a home run. Line to right field, and Victorino will take care of that one.
Talk about leadoff home runs. Off Adam Eaton there's a scouting report on him. The sinking two-seam fastball, overhand curveball, a little bit of a cut fastball. His command's been a lot better. That's 51 leadoff home runs for Biggio.
Wow.
51.
Wow.
Well, he's done that before.
And Biggio's gets them going. 1-0, and here's Lance Berkman. Berkman off to a very slow start. He's hitting at only 207. Here's a guy that hit 45 homers and knocked in 136 last year. His slugging percentage as he stands in there is 276 slugging percentage.
Well, it's remarkable when you look at his numbers to see he's hitting 186 left-handed. There's his numbers against Eaton, but left-handed is his strong side. Be under 200 at this point in the season is really strange for him.
Fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
136 runs batted in last year. That gives you an idea how good a player this is. He's really productive.
It's a Houston club record. And Berkman's caught looking. It's the 19th time he has struck out. He's among the league leaders in striking out.
I see that fastball just froze. That's a good pitch. Pitcher's pitch. Hard for a hitter to hit that. I'm surprised really he's not getting better pitches to hit, especially with Lee behind him, and maybe he's getting them and just not hitting them. See Lee with 5 home runs.
And we saw 3 of them.
Carlos Lee hitting at 273. He's knocked in 19. He's tied for the league lead in RBIs with Carlos Beltran of the Mets with 19.
There's his breakdown. All of his home runs coming off right-handed pitching, and he hit 3 in the one game here when the Astros were in Philadelphia recently. This being the makeup game for that Sunday game.
Check swing foul, 2 balls and a strike.
Speaking of the home runs, look at this. This ball just driven into right center. He hits the ball hard, and when he does, they usually leave the ballpark. He is a legit power hitter, and it's gone again. Just listen to the sound of it.
This one is hit to deep center field. Rowan backtracking, can't get it. It won't be out of the ballpark, but it'll bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. He smoked that ball to dead center.
That one really fooled Rowan. I mean, an outfielder on a ball like that, they take a look and then they try to run to a spot. And the spot where he looked up was not where the baseball was. He either misjudged where it was going to go or he couldn't pick it up.
Well, the ball hit hard again, almost right out on the outside part of the plate. You can see the route that Rowan is running. The ball's over to his left side. He's going over to the right side.
And here is Luke Scott. Scott hitting at 222. Fouled it in and out of the glove of Barajas.
Jerry Crawford, the home plate umpire tonight, one of the best, and Barajas got nailed with that thing. So Jerry's giving him a little time.
Crawford behind the plate. Brian O'Nora at first base. Phil Cuzzy at second. And Adrian Johnson, just called up in the minor leagues, will umpire at third. Taking the place of Bill Hahn, who was missing with a back problem. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Luke Scott hasn't done a whole lot against the Phillies. Just 2 hits, but 1's a homer.
One ball and 2 strikes.
Did make a great throw in that game when they were here on a Friday night when Lee hit the 3 home runs and play at the plate, and he made a tremendous throw to short circuit a potential rally.
He's rung up 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Astros get a run on Craig Biggio's leadoff homer. 2 hits, they lead 1. And after 1/2, Houston won, and the Phils are coming to bat.
With features like remote power liftgate, remote engine starter, rear backup camera, and navigation system. In Jeep Commander or Jeep Grand Cherokee, you can escape to the wilderness. And, when necessary, you can escape from it. Now, well-qualified returning lessees can get a low-mileage lease on an 07 Commander Sport or a Grand Cherokee Laredo for $299 a month.
When you offer your employees Independence Blue Cross, the most preferred health plan in the region, they'll never feel alone.
Hey man, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Our hats are off, but yours will be on. Get a free McDonald's Phillies cap for fans 15 and over on April 22nd. Order now.
Houston scored a first-inning run. Charlie Manuel's starting lineup for the Phils. He'll have Jimmy Rollins at shortstop leading off. Shane Victorino right field bat second. Chase Utley at second base hitting third. Ryan Howard first base bats fourth. Pat Burrell left field hitting fifth. Wes Helms third base bats sixth. Aaron Rowan center field hitting seventh. Rod Barajas catching batting eighth. Adam Eaton the pitcher hits ninth. That lineup facing 28-year-old Chris Sampson.
Here's Chris Sampson in his third start. This guy is some story. Guy was out of baseball for a long time. Has a 2-0 record. He's a strike thrower. We saw him pitch a big game against the Phillies last year at the end of September. 2-seam fastball that you see as a strike thrower. He started as a position player, was out of the game for 3 years, and then was offered a chance to come back in the Houston organization. Has pitched himself into the big leagues and is doing a good job for them.
Key Stakes Chrysler Jeep, keys to the game. This is simple. Try and keep your momentum going. I know it's only 2 games, and they also need to start to have the teams fear them coming into this ballpark. Take over that home field advantage. If you can do that and start to maybe get some easy victories.
Jimmy Rollins leads it off. J-Roll hitting at 280. 1 strike. Sampson will keep the ball down around the knees. We tried out for the Houston Astros as a pitcher. He was taught the sinker by Scipio Spinks. He'll throw a lot of sinking fastballs like that one. 2 quick strikes to Jimmy Rollins. J-Roll hitting .407 here at Citizens Bank Park. 208 on the road. Just missed 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant tonight is Kristen Williams of Maple Shade, New Jersey. If Phil's hit a home run this game, Kristen wins $100. Long drive deep right. Kristen, you have won $100. Out of here. No sooner out of my mouth than Kristen Williams of Maple Shade, New Jersey, winning $100 on McDonald's home run jackpot. Right now, only at McDonald's, any size premium roast coffee, just 69 cents. How about these leadoff men, guys?
Well, it's flying here tonight. It's hot for the first time, and Jimmy with his 19th career leadoff home run. This ball, it was either a cutter or a slider.
Well, that's a good pitch he hit. You can see it breaking down. That's just a super pitch he hit.
Shane Victorino tops a foul. So J-Roll now with 7 home runs. Barry Bonds had tied him for the National League lead, but J-Roll right back in front with 7 of them.
Yeah, he's going to beat him out before the year's over. You know he's going to hit more home runs.
Victorino hitting at 297. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, every now and then you say, well, heck, a pitcher made a bad pitch, but that pitch looked to be pretty good, breaking down and in, and J-Roll was up to the task, hitting it hard.
Shane Victorino lines a hit to center field. So Shane, who came in hitting 297, is at first with nobody out for Chase Utley.
Well, you can see in batting practice tonight the teams were really having a lot of fun because the ball was flying around here. And this is one of the first times they've had a chance to go out there and really feel a nice warm night.
You saw the numbers on this fella Chris Sampson. They're remarkable. In his career, 4-1 lifetime with a 1.84 ERA.
He's getting hurt on breaking balls right now. Came right out and threw those sinkers that Harry was talking about and got him over to Jimmy. Then he threw a little cutter or slider that he, that was down and in. He hooked out, and that was a breaking ball of some kind that Shane Victorino hit.
One strike to Chase Utley.
And that looks like his best pitch right there. It's a sinking fastball in the high 80s.
As a starting pitcher in the major leagues, he was signed in '99 as a shortstop.
Another Auburn guy.
Well, actually, he went to Texas Tech. He played at Auburn, Class A ball. And
he went to Texas Tech in college and played at Auburn. And she said he was a position player, was out of the game for 3 years, and then came back as a pitcher and has done a good job for them.
He's had 5 starts in the major leagues. His record 3-1, 1.01 ERA, and 5 starts in the big leagues. That's remarkable. It's funny because yesterday in Cincinnati, I was talking to you guys about, well, we're going to face Houston. We're not going to see Roy Oswalt. We always seem to see Oswalt. And I thought we'd catch a break there, and I didn't see this guy's numbers at the time.
Well, this guy pitched a real good game against the Phillies last year.
Bouncing ball to first base, backhanded nicely by Berkman. He'll make the play himself. Looked at second, but no chance on Victorino. So Victorino moves up to second base. Or with 1 out, it'll bring on Ryan Howard.
Mentioned he's out of the game 3 years. We were just talking about Josh Hamilton over the weekend. Same thing.
I can see Howard there starting to heat up. That ball just kept carrying, and then didn't just go out by a little. It got back a little ways.
Ryan hitting at .220 was his second home run of the year. He's knocked in 10. Leads the league in walks with 19 of them. 8th in the league in on-base percentage, 9th in the league in on-base percentage. Keep an eye on Victorino. Slammed into right field. Is Victorino going to try to score? Nope, that ball got to right fielder Luke Scott in such a hurry that Steve Smith really didn't have much of a shot at trying to score it. I mean, plus, that ball got there in a hurry.
And Steve Smith learned his lesson last time. We were just talking about how Luke Scott made that great one-hop throw to the plate to short circuit the Phillies rally. And I was talking to Steve about that afterwards. You see him get on it really quick, and he said, I had heard the reports on him were that he threw pretty well. He said, I'm going to remember that next time. He throws real well.
I see Victorino as he hits the bag. He's coming around third as he's tippy toes getting stopped. Good throw. Would have actually got him.
Yeah, he learned last time. Probably if Luke Scott hadn't made that throw in the game before, he would have sent him.
There's Pat Burrell batting at .302. Inside with the sinker, 1 ball and no strikes.
Good to see Ryan Howard getting ready. First time up and getting that base hit. That just gives you a lot more confidence for the rest of the game.
Two balls and no strikes.
Putting that up on the board as a cutter. So, a cutter as opposed to a slider, but that is the breaking ball that he throws to. Looks like it goes away from the right-handed hitter into the left-handed hitter.
Slammed into left field, base hit. Victorino scores. Howard stops at second. Phils have a 2-1 lead and have already scored more runs than his average per 9 innings. His average per 9 innings, a 1.20 ERA. Phil's had 2 across here in the first inning.
Well, Phil's hitters being very aggressive, but aggressive in the zone. That ball was down. Burrow picking that ball, lining it in, a hard ground ball in the left field. Really kind of makes a pitcher nervous when he goes up, and everybody's starting to make solid contact. You get a little gunshot.
And it'll bring on Wes Helms. Phil's have taken a 2-1 lead here in the first inning. Bounce foul. 1 strike to Helms.
When a guy's a reputation as a strike thrower the way this guy is too, he's not a real hard thrower, Gary. I think that can also make hitters more aggressive early in the count, figuring they're going to get a strike and maybe a pitch they can handle.
Yeah, and I think hitting wise along, they're just feeling a lot better. Well, they are a team that has been sticking together. Makes it a little bit easier. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and they've had some hard knocks, but they've been sticking right together, sticking with each other.
1 ball and 1 strike. He's high with it, 2-1. Two previous games against the Phillies, Sampson did not give up a run. And he surrendered 2 here in the first inning. Ooh, just foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Howard at second, Pat Burrell at first, 1 out, 2 runs across. Phil's on top, 2-1. Got him. Helms goes down swinging, the first strikeout for Sampson. That's 2 down here in the first. That'll bring on Aaron Rowan. Rowan, 7th leading hitter in the National League, hitting at .355. He brings in a 10-game hitting streak, hitting .421 in the last 10 games. Career high hitting streak is a 13-gamer 2 years ago with the White Sox. With a breaking ball for a strike. Rowan hitting .571 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. One ball and 1 strike.
One of the best defensive catchers in Major League Baseball behind the plate, a 3-time Rawlings Gold Glove winner. And Brad Osmus, he's been with the Astros a long time, 2 tours of duty with them, and he really handles his staff well and is excellent on balls in the dirt.
High fly ball into right center field. It's deep, but it'll stay in the park. Luke Scott makes the catch. But the Phils put 2 on the board, including J-Roll's 7th homer. 4 hits, 2 men left, and at the end of 1, Phils 2 and Houston 1.
The weather was so much better yesterday.
A bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. With over 35 daily flights from Philadelphia to the Sunshine State, Southwest Airlines is taking low fares farther.
You are now
free to move about the country.
Not all the energy for our fuel comes from oil on the ground. A lot of it comes from our people, who year in and year out put so much of their energy into everything they do. So you can be sure that when you put Valero gas into your tank, you're going to get a lot out of it. Valero, the energy to take you anywhere.
Had my hip replaced recently.
A couple months after mine.
Same hip.
Same doctor.
Same place.
Jeff.
The doctors are just so experienced.
It was unbelievable.
And everyone goes out of their way to make you feel comfortable.
Though I'm sure they had their hands full with,
you know who.
So I'm back now, as good as ever.
All that good?
Well, a little help from the old man here.
Who you calling old?
And Jeff.
See what our Orthopedic Center of Excellence can do for you. Call 1-800-JEFF now.
The Fanatic's just like us, only a little green.
And just like us, he has a birthday with free Citizens Bank Fanatic Bobble figurines for kids on April 29th. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Bills lead 2-1 after one inning, and Mike Lamb leads it off for Houston here in the second. He's hitting at .231. Getting a start, they're giving Morgan Ensberg their regular third baseman a rest today. One strike to Mike Lamb. 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul tipped at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lamb. 52nd anniversary wishes tonight to Shirley and Joe Corey from Warminster, Pennsylvania. Shirley and Joe were down at spring training in Clearwater, celebrating their 52nd wedding anniversary. Two balls and 2 strikes. Wow, how about A-Rod? Another one. 13 home runs for Alex Rodriguez. The Yankees lead Tampa Bay 1-0. Trying to rebound after being swept by those Red Sox over the weekend. Serves it into center field for a base hit. Well, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, the Washington Nationals will be here at Citizens Bank Park tomorrow, 7:05. All fans will get a scheduled magnet courtesy of Southwest Airlines. Wednesday, also 7:05. Then Thursday will be a Citizens Bank Business Person Special. 3:05 game time. Also a Hatfield Phillies Frank Stoller Dog Day. Order your tickets 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com. Here's Chris Burke. Burke hitting at .263. Both pitchers struggling a little bit here in the early going. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tap foul.
Chris Burke really is a versatile player. This is the first time he's played center field. He's been all over the place for them, and he is their everyday center fielder now. And they really think this guy has a chance to be a very good player. Hitting much better on the road than at Minute Maid Park. Good athlete.
Bill Garner, skipper of the Astros. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Astros 9-8 overall. Better road record than home record. They are 63 up, 6-3 on the road. He chased the breaking ball and he struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Eaton. 1 down here in the second. It'll bring on Brad Osmus.
Well, you see their record, how they started. 1-5. Since then, 8-3. Average has picked up a little bit.
8-3 after losing 2 in a row in Milwaukee too. So they really picked it up after 1-5. They got swept at home in their first home series by Pittsburgh.
Well, that bullpen is the difference. They started off with over a 6-point ERA. Now it's down to 2 point something. Forward.
Osmus hitting at 275. One strike.
Osmus almost always hits the ball to right center, and they're playing him very shallow out there. They play hit and run with him a lot. Now you have a pitcher on deck who is, was a position player one time, but still doesn't have a hit in the major leagues. But there you see how shallow they are, and that's the way you position Brad Osmus. And the word has to,
especially plays very shallow in right field, and
he does that.
Can.
Right, and he does that great on these guys offside, these right-handed hitters offside. He cheats in a little bit because he can go back so well.
Fouled off the end of his bat, no balls and 2 strikes.
Steve Smith was saying on the bus yesterday that from a third base coach's point of view, Shane Victorino is a nightmare for them. Because he can throw off the wrong foot, he throws across his body, and he throws so accurately, and he has such a strong arm.
Well, it's simple. If he's picking up the ball and you're just getting to the bag, you don't go. You just stay there.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Osmus.
Well, has one of the strongest arm, if not the strongest arm in the major leagues, or certainly in the National League. We haven't seen all of the players there in the American League, but it'd be hard to say that a guy can throw with more accuracy, and he's been one-hopping his throws right to the plate to get the runner out.
The guy that's a teammate of your son's not a bad thrower.
Guerrero.
Vladimir.
Yeah. But the difference in Vladimir, though, he'll throw it out of the stadium as well. He's not always hitting the target.
Right. The guy's closest to Victorino in our league is Francoeur, probably, with Atlanta.
Francoeur throws the ball well.
Vuk used to like to run. John Vukovic used to like to run on Vladimir, just for the reason you're talking about, because he said he would get excited, and he had such a great arm, and he would see he had a guy dead to rights, and he'd airmail one once in a while.
Full count here to Osmus. See if they start Mike Lamb. They do. And Osmus hits it to the spot vacated by J-Roll. He's going to have to hurry. Did not get him. J-Roll is covering second base, and Osmus hit the trickler. J-Roll came back to get it, but Osmus legged it out for an infield single.
Well, that shows you what we're talking about, how he hits the ball to the right side, because you're covering with a second baseman with a right-handed hitter.
I can see that ball hit to the shortstop side. J-Roll was covering, had to retreat, tried to turn back to get him. And he was safe.
Yep.
Pretty good. One of the few catchers that run pretty good.
Right. I mean, covering with a shortstop with a right-handed hitter, because normally you don't do it that way. It's just the opposite, because he hits so many balls to the right side.
Sampson is 0 for 9 in his career. He's around a bunt, 1 ball and no strikes. Interesting that he has not had a hit in the major leagues, because he was signed as a shortstop. And last year when he played at Round Rock, they used him as a pinch hitter a lot. He had 391 at AAA last year for Round Rock. 46 at bats. Gets the bunt down. Ooh, they get the force at third, and the throw to first not in time, but Eaton got on in a hurry, and they got the force on Lamb at third base. Nice play by Adam Eaton.
Eaton is a very good athlete. He was a shortstop and a pitcher, and they practice this play over and over and over, especially with the guys that can field a little bit. And Eaton does make a good play. The ball's bunted hard. He knew where to go right away.
Here's Craig Biggio, who homered his first time up.
Now, don't first ball fasting. Fastball him into strike zone.
And if you do, if you can throw that pitch, you just don't want to throw it for the strike first pitch. A lot of times up and in, Carlos Zambrano would do, and then he wouldn't be as aggressive on that pitch.
On the outside corner, 1 strike to Biggio.
You can see exactly where this is coming back, and I'm sure Adam would say that that's not where he wanted the ball to be.
Two quick strikes to Biggio. Biggio's got good career numbers against Eaton now. He is 7 for 14. 2 of them home runs.
Well, Adam should know him by now. See the career home runs. Jeff Bagwell leading the way, 449.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thrown 3 fastballs to him. The first 2 were in a perfect spot, right on the outside corner. That one, good 2-strike fastball, down and away.
Osmus at second, Sampson at first with 2 outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillies leading 2-1. We are in the 2nd inning. Count's gone full. After getting ahead 0-2, it's now a 3-2 count, so the runners will be on the move. On deck is Mark Loretta. Way outside. So he got in front of him 0-2 and then lost him. That'll load the bases for Loretta. Loretta lined out to right his first time up. Ron Barajas out to try to settle in Adam Eaton here in the 2nd inning. Loretta's 1 for 4 lifetime against Eaton. It was a home run. Blown away, 1 ball and no strikes. Got that one over. 1-1 the count to Loretta.
Mark Loretta with the bases loaded. This guy can play. 208 hits a few years ago with the San Diego Padres. He's always been a good hitter, and he's very versatile. He can play second, third, short.
Lofted to right field, tight to the line, over the head of Victorino. Osmus scores. Sampson scores. Being waved around is Biggio, and he is out at home plate. But they get 2. Fine relay from Victorino to Utley to Barajas to nail Biggio, but they get 2 on the double by Mark Loretta.
Well, Loretta, as he's called by his teammates, drove that ball right to the almost close to that line over Victorino's head there to the side. He gets it in. You can see Barajas waiting for that ball as he puts the tag on a sliding Biggio, gets him clearly before he tags the plate.
Houston's regained the lead. It's 3-2 Astros.
Now your everyday purchases can be more rewarding. Just sign up for Citizens Bank Rewards and your debit card purchases will earn you everyday points and bring you closer to great rewards every day. There's a great new way to earn even more everyday points. Introducing the Citizens Bank Rewards Merchant Network. Now your debit card purchases can earn you up to 20 times more everyday points at select retailers.
Comcast digital cable with On Demand lets me start tons of free movies and shows when I want, all on my schedule.
The Comcast Triple Play. Internet, phone, and cable. Together on one bill from one company. Call today.
Comcast has the Triple Play with digital cable, high-speed internet, and digital voice. With digital cable, I get it all. I'm in control with On Demand. It's a library of movies, shows, sports I can start whenever. And most of them are totally free. They even have HD On Demand. For me, it's Comcast Digital Cable.
The Comcast Triple Play. Internet, phone, and cable. Together on one bill from one company. Call today.
Comcast Digital Cable with On Demand gives me a library of movies and shows ready to watch when I am. And most are totally free.
The Comcast Triple Play. Internet, phone, and cable. Together on one bill from one company. Call today.
Well, the season's underway, of course. We can still get in on a season ticket package. They're appropriately prorated for any missed games. The options include full season and many different partial plans. You get the best seating locations here at Citizens Bank Park. Many benefits and postseason ticket options. For information on season tickets, call 215-463-5000 or online at Phillies.com. Well, Houston leading at 3-2. We're in the second inning. A warm day here and a beautiful evening as Ron Barajas leads it off for the Phils. Both pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches here in the early going. Barajas is 3 for 18. Hitting a 167. One strike on the Toyota Major League scoreboard. The Mets have jumped to an early lead against Colorado 3-0. Valentin a 3-run home run, his second. And New York 3, the Rockies nothing in the early going at Shea. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's what makes that New York ball clubs so potent. They have different guys on the team that do it. It seems like every night. If it's not Reyes, Valentin, the second baseman.
Up in the air down the right field foul line, and a fine over the shoulder catch by Lance Berkman. Not an easy play for Berkman. He makes a good one. He had to run long ways in foul ground to pull that one in. 1 down.
Berkman not the fastest runner. He's keeping his eye on the ball and really makes it an easy catch there. It's difficult because it's over his head, but he made it just look easy, and it was for him. Followed it all the way, and it makes it easy for him. It's not a lot of wind tonight.
There's Adam Eaton. He is 1 for 7. RBI double.
A lot easier making that play, too, and the sun's not out.
Absolutely.
As you mentioned, no wind and no sun.
Eaton lifetime a 190 hitter.
Lance Berkman been an outfielder for the Houston Astros too, and now moving into first base the last couple years, and that's a real good spot for him.
Well, Adam Eaton takes pride in his hitting, and he singles to left. That is the Phillies' 5th hit off Chris Sampson.
Adam Eaton will hit a home run this year in this ballpark. You can book it.
Yeah, you can get him out, but you just can't start him off with fastballs that are right over the heart of the plate. He hit that ball hard. You can hear the sound of it.
Here's J-Roll, who homered his first time up. Slams this ball to deep center field. Well read by Adam Eaton, and Eaton's going to score, and J-Roll's going to end up at third base with a triple, and this game is tied at 3.
Look, it was really interesting. I'm going to say it after the first pitch that they were holding Adam Eaton on at first base with a left-handed hitter up, and him being a pitcher figuring he wouldn't run. And you think, well, it would really work out for him when the ball goes in the gap, but he really ran the bases, still was able to score even though they were holding him on, and Jimmy gets a triple.
Yeah, that ball's hit right in the gap there. That's that triple land. You're going to have your runner score from first base, and J-Roll flying around the bases. He makes that triple easy as he slides in before the throw gets there. Look at that line drive. He splits the gap. He's done the two most difficult things already of a cycle, which is a home run, and the triple with a single and a double left. Nice hitting, J-Ro.
He should get at least 3 more at bats, and here's Victorino, 1 strike to Shane, who singled his first time up.
Well, there's Adam Eaton, and they, give him a little time to settle down. But most pitchers being on base would have turned that triple into a double.
Yeah,
and that was really good base running by him.
He was flying around those bases. He read it all the way. Bouncing ball, and Rollins is going to score. Biggio throws out Victorino, but J-Roll scores run number 4 for the Phils. And the Phillies now regain the lead at 4-3.
See the way Phil Garner played that too, especially with Utley and Howard hovering in the lineup coming up, that he decided to play back. Even though he gave up a run there and a weak ground ball, he didn't want to leave any room there for a Victorino to shoot one through and make this even a potential bigger inning.
Here's Chase Utley, grounded out his first time up. So this has started out as a wild one here. 4-3 Phillies. We're only in the second inning.
Hitters are feeling a lot better at the plate. There's warm weather. Your hands feel good. Your body feels good. And consequently, their bats are pretty hot.
Off in the air to left field. It's caught by Lee, and that will be it for the Phils. But the Phils regain the lead. Bill Cash will be our guest coming up in the next inning from the Philadelphia Stars. Phils on top, 4-3.
You can get them in Ashburn Alley or the Fun Zone. You can get them before the game or with hot dogs and ice cream. You can get them dancing or catching a big one. But you just can't get them in your own living room. Get goosebumps and more when the Phils host the Washington Nationals, April 24th, 25th, and 26th. Order now at Phillies.com.
It started with a simple idea. Build an automobile that takes the sheer joy of driving to a whole new level. Use advanced technologies without sacrificing fuel economy. Take advantage of a racing-inspired heritage. Provide an interior space that fulfills every need. The TSX from Acura.
Now you can lease a TSX for $299 a month for well-qualified customers.
A splitter looks like a fastball until velocity is lost and the bottom drops out. Watch every pitch in clear Panasonic motion. Panasonic Plasma for the speed of sports. Panasonic, ideas for life.
4-3 Phils as we move to the third inning. It's an honor to have joining us Bill Reddy Cash from the Philadelphia Stars. Reddy Cash, nice to have you with us, my friend.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
This is, of course, the 60th anniversary salute to Jackie Robinson, who broke the color barrier of Major League Baseball. And you played for how many years for the Philadelphia Stars?
7.
7 years. I see one of your highlights was at here in Philadelphia. You tripled off that Satchel Paige. Tell us about that, Bill.
Well, you know, Frank Duncan was the manager, and he was the catcher. And I was a rookie. That was in '43. And he said, "Now, Satchel, you don't know this young man. Don't try to trick him." On the first pitch, he had a ball right on the outside corner, and that's where I left it. Right center field for a triple.
You know, Bill, catchers aren't supposed to get triples, but you evidently could run, huh?
Well, I did all right. I did all right.
Actually, he's known for one of the strongest arms in the Negro League. There's a gentleman by the name of Cool Papa Bell. They tell the story about him turning off the light, and before it was dark, he was in bed. And I know that was your first runner, though, that you threw out. Was it in the Negro League there and coming up?
Yeah, I was a rookie. And our first baseman, Jim anyhow, he told me before when they were taking batting practice, he said, "Bill, come here, I'm going to tell you something." Said when Cool takes a long lead, he's not going anywhere. But when he shortened that lead, watch out. and this is the signal. He left. And I took one step back because Jerry Benjamin was a left-hand hitter where I could see first base. And on the second pitch, he hollered, "He left." I shot down the second base. Duckett had the ball waiting on him. He jumped up and said, "I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it." And in the 7 years I caught for the Stars, he has yet to steal his first base.
Wow.
2 balls and 2 strikes here to Berkman. Goes on top by a score of 4-3. You're from Philadelphia. You went to Overbrook High School. Is that correct, Bill?
That is correct. I'm in their Hall of Fame.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
In fact, I'm in 6 different Hall of Fames.
Wow. That's quite an honor.
Yeah.
So you're Overbrook High School Hall of Fame. What are the other 5?
I can't call all of them, but most of them were when I played in Chester and up in Boston. They had a team up there. I was all-star catch up there. I can't name all of them. I got the trophies at home.
How'd you get the nickname Reddy?
Well, we were playing in Homer, New York, and our manager, Goose Curry, was playing right field. And the pitcher we had was wild as a March hare. In 3 innings, he had walked 6 men. I picked 4 of them off. And he was getting ready to go to bat. And the inning before, when I called for a curveball in the next inning, and he didn't see my other finger. That's a number 2. And I waited for the ball to break, and it went by me. So he called time. I thought he was going to
hit hard here to center field. Excuse me, Bill. And this ball is out of here. Wow, Lance Berkman with just his second home run of the year has retied this game, and this has all the makings of a wild one. We are tied at 4-4 here in the 3rd.
No, it doesn't take Berkman long, and this guy is a throwback player. He drove in 136 runs last year. He's a switch hitter. He loves to play, and it's just a matter of time when you see him again. Is that you don't have to look at his average. He brings a lot more to that team there, power and also leadership.
So then that meant you were ready for any pitch. Was that it, Bill, or what?
No, I thought he was going to take the pitcher out. He called time and he took me out. So we were in the bus going to the motel where we stayed. I said, "Why do you take me out of that game?" You weren't doing what I said do. I said, "What's that?" So Apple spoke up. He said he called for a curveball, and I didn't see his other finger. I said, "Goose, when I put this uniform on, I'm ready to play, and I'm ready to win." So the guys started calling me Ready Cash. And that's how I signed my name now, Bill Ready Cash.
Do you still follow baseball, Bill?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I follow all sports. Only thing I don't understand is hockey.
It's a tough sport, I can tell you. And there's some great athletes as well playing in hockey.
Yes.
What are your recollections of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier of Major League Baseball?
Well,
60 years ago.
When Jackie broke the major leagues, we felt all of us had a chance. So the thing about it was we felt that we had a chance. And I was in the White Sox organization, 1952. And I was in spring training in Victoria, Texas. Sam Hairston, I don't know if you remember him.
Yes.
Sam Hairston and he was up with the White Sox in 51. And they sent him down. Both the catchers got hurt. They sent him down for 3.5 months. He hit 367 down there in 3.5 months. They gave the catching job before I got there. But they told us, said, "Look, you 2 guys are the catchers. We got 29 games to play in spring training. What do you want to do? One man catch 5 innings, the next guy catch 4. I says, "No. Let each man catch his own ball game." So he said, "That satisfaction you have." He says, "Yeah." So anyhow, he caught 15 games. I caught 14. We had 2 reporters with us all during spring training. had all the information. He sent it back to the papers in Colorado Springs. I hit 375 to Harrison's 214. And they promised us the guy that shows up tops of stays in. When time comes to cut down, they sent me out.
Wow. After that kind of spring. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
No, nobody really
so they already had their mind made up.
Right.
Already.
Right.
They had their mind made up that it was going to be Hairston.
I was just going to mention about Harry Doby there, Harry, that a lot of times, Bill, they don't give him hardly a lot of due, and it was almost as tough for him in the American League as well.
Well, you know, the last game he played with Newark, they played us in Newark, New Jersey. Last time he came up, I said, Larry, congratulations. I said, because we can't get you out. He was hitting 404, 408.
Wow. Wow.
And he was one of the great ball players in our league because he could play, hit, throw, and all that.
Luke Scott is rung up here. Before the game, we had ceremonies honoring the Philadelphia Stars, the Tuskegee Airmen.
Second baseman,
Jackie's brother.
Duckett.
David Robinson threw out the first pitch, and here are your teammates ready.
Pitcher Harold Gould.
You guys still remain very close, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, there's only 4 of us left.
Really?
That's
all? Yeah. You are, I understand you're a deacon at your church, is that correct?
47 years.
Is that right? That's wonderful.
You know, one of the power hitters back in the Negro League days, Josh Gibson.
Greatest hitter that ever lived.
They compare him a lot to, or they would compare Babe Ruth to actually Josh Gibson, and they said that Josh used to hit balls as far as anybody that ever played the game.
That's right. When we played in Shine Park, you know, they had a double deck in left field. When the ball went out over the left field, it was still going up. Boy, we were so glad when he hit a single or a double.
You was a catcher, I guess, with the Philadelphia Stars. I guess base running, trying to steal bases, was more prevalent in that era than it is now. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. They had base stealers that they watched the pitcher. It's how much time it took for him to deliver the ball.
Well, another strikeout as Lamb goes down. Bill Reddy, Cash, an honor to have you with us, and very best to you. God bless you, my friend.
Thank you.
We are tied as a result of a home run here by Lance Berkman.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. It's going to be off.
Hey, babe. I told you I was having the girls over, remember?
What would Carlos do?
No. I remember you telling me that Linda needs to lose some weight, and that Beth needs to send her hair back to 1982, and that Claire should stop messing with Beth's boyfriend. I remember that.
Refreshingly smooth, Bud Light. Always worth it.
Everyone's heard of Burtamy Motors. They've been in Huntington Valley for over 35 years. You can always count on a pleasant and rewarding shopping experience that's convenient to I-95 and just 2 minutes from the Northeast. In addition to the best savings on new and pre-owned Volvos, Burtamy Motors has a full-service facility with factory-trained technicians and a certified Volvo body repair and paint center. Check out the entire Burtamy inventory at BurtamyMotors.com. Burtamy Motors, premier Volvo sales, service, and savings.
Exit ramp 14. Left on Madison. Turn right. In 50 feet.
Life comes at you fast.
For all your insurance needs, call Richard Zeisis in Jenkintown or Kathy McManus in Erdenheim.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Dodge. To get anywhere, you have to grab life by the horns. By refreshingly smooth Bud Light, always worth it. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Well, we're all knotted at 4-4 here in the bottom half of the third inning. Ryan Howard leads it off. He singled his first time up. Wild and Woolly won this makeup game with the Houston Astros. A lot of scoring here in the early going. Both pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches. 2 balls and no strikes to Howard. Freddie Garcia, yesterday's winner for the Phillies. Ground ball to Biggio. Howard's retired, 1 down. Well, it's time now for the Dodge Stump the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan forum section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Tonight's Dodge Stump the Fans trivia quiz. Who are the only 2 players in the 20th century to have 50 or more doubles and 50 or more stolen bases in the same season? The answer and winner will be revealed in the 7th inning. Pat Burrell singled to drive in a run his first time up. 1 ball and no strikes to Burrell. One and one.
Jerry Crawford, more of a hitter's type umpire, usually calls the ball that's on the plate, not just off the plate. It's been that way for years. Makes that pitcher throw strikes. And as a hitter, you can get an advantage in knowing your umpires. Know whether or not you got to come out of the zone or whether or not you can relax and get a good pitch.
And he falls behind Burrell here. 3 balls and a strike. Philly fanatic. At home wherever he happens to be in the ballpark. In this case, he is in the left field seats asking Burrell to hit him one. It's full count to Pat Burrell. Burrell's rung up on the inside corner. Will be the 2nd strikeout for Sampson. 2 down here in the 3rd. Well, tonight on Sports Night, Derek Gunn discusses the upcoming NFL Draft with Eagles General Manager Tom Heckert, plus all the news on your teams on Sports Night. That'll be the night after Phillies postgame live, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Les Helms struck out his first time up. 1 strike. There's a base hit to right field. That is hit number 7 for the Phillies off Sampson. And it'll bring on Aaron Rowan to fly to right his first time up. At first base, Wes Helms, 2 outs. 4-4 game here in the 3rd inning. Trying to check his swing, did he? Evidently, yes. 1 ball and no strikes to Rowan. Well hit to dead center field, and this ball is off the fence. Oh, fielded really well by Burke, and that means that Helms will have to be held up at third base. I mean, Burke got that ball immediately off the fence. He thought probably a run would score on it, but not the case because of a good play by Burke out in center.
Got a perfect bounce. It came right back to him. I thought for a second it might bounce over for a ground rule double, but this baby comes right back to him. Look like a slider or a cutter there.
Oh, you can see it coming right back to him.
Yeah.
I tell you, Houston catches a break because if it bounces any place else, it's Helms coming over to third base, he would be able to score. The actual play they would have had would have been at second base. You can see Burke going back. He catches the ball in fine fashion. He gets it in, and right now Biggio was throwing it in, but he had a play maybe at second base, but he was looking at that runner actually trying to come home to score.
They're probably telling him home on that, which is the right play. Now they're trying to decide whether or not they're going to walk Barajas with 2 outs and go after Eaton, who can swing the bat and proved it last time.
Rowan has extended his hitting streak now to 11 consecutive games with that double. And here is Barajas, who fouled out to Lance Berkman his first time up. One strike to Barajas.
And Phil Garner makes a decision that Barajas has not been swinging the bat real well, so even with the base open, they're going to go after him.
And not only that, too, though, if you put him on, potentially you could actually squeeze. Well, no, you can't now with 2 outs. Pardon me.
Yeah, but and you know you give your pitcher
a decent bat,
right? And you give your pitcher no wiggle room, and Barajas isn't hitting, and he's swinging the bat.
Well,
Barajas is 3 for 19 this year, so
if he was a good hitting catcher, no matter what, you know, they would actually go on and walk him and then pitch to Eaton.
Sure.
Even if they thought Eaton had to hit the first time up.
Barajas in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. 1-2.
Come on, baby.
Wes Helms at third. Aaron Rowan at second with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. One low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sampson's next pitch will be his 50th of the game. And we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, we talked about him, about Sampson before the game, that he's a strike thrower. Well, tonight he's a strike thrower, but he's a little bit too much in the middle of the plate and up, and the Phillies have been getting good swings at him.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Barajas. Well, after getting in front of him 0-2, the count's gone full. So Barajas will look this one over carefully. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, they're in the 4th inning at Florida. Atlanta and Florida tied 2-2. The hot Marlin Dan Ugly getting an RBI double. Dontrell Willis on the mound for the Marlins in that game. Full count here to Barajas. And he walked him. So the Phillies have the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Yeah,
for Adam Eaton, a chance to help himself here. Adams singled and scored a run his first time up.
Oh, you mentioned he got 2 quick strikes on him, and then he threw him all breaking balls, tried to get him to chase that slider in the dirt. Good job by Barajas laying off those pitches.
And you get eaten up there, swing the bat a little bit. No matter what, you've turned the lineup over on a hitter's night.
One strike to Adam Eaton. I think it won the count to Adam Eaton. Williams, I almost hit him. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's trying to make sure that ball's in so he doesn't pull the ball. That's the reason a lot of pitching coaches don't like pitchers pitching in with the bases loaded, just for that reason.
He might hit him.
Ball and 2 strikes to Eaton.
That one's in and in for a strike. Just tied Eaton up on that fastball.
Last time a Phillies pitcher hit a salami was against Montreal back in 2002. It was Robert Person that hit a grand slam.
He hit someday that day. I think he hit a 3-run homer in that game too.
Wow.
Hit 2 in that game.
Eaton goes down swinging. Center field play of Chris Burke saves a run for the Astros as the Phillies lead and loaded. Chris Wheeler has play-by-play for you in the 4th. After 3, we're tied at 4.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Long drive. This game's tied. Diving grab.
Got the bumps. Got the bumps.
Long drive.
Goosebumps. Free with every ticket. The Phils host the Florida Marlins beginning Friday, April 27th through Sunday the 29th with great baseball and promotions for everyone. Order tickets now at Phillies.com.
Seriously, 4 feet by 5 feet. Well, apparently not, because I'm looking right at it.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Are you serious?
Just give it a try. Role play.
What's your name? He doesn't say anything because he's a doll.
Geico.com. So easy, a caveman can do it.
When you get what they want, you'll get what you want.
At the Dodge National Minivan Sale, get a factory-installed rear seat DVD player at no extra charge. Plus, very well-qualified buyers get 0% financing on America's best-selling minivan, Dodge Grand Caravan, with 2 rows of stow-and-go seats. Your kids will thank you, and you'll thank us. Discover America's hottest products at your Dodge dealer.
On Sunday, that's this Sunday, the Florida Marlins will be here. It's the Fanatic birthday, and come on out early and celebrate the Fanatic's King for a Day birthday party, a tribute to King Tut. The pregame show includes belly dancers, a fire eater, Irina the hula hoopster, and other exciting surprises. Don't forget, you get that Fanatic bobblehead figurine for all fans 14 and under. It's compliments of Citizens Bank. That's this Sunday. The Phillies and the Marlins on the Fanatic's birthday. You can order your tickets online, Phillies.com. Kind of an offensive night, to say the least. 8 runs and 14 hits through 3.
A lot of balls have been hit hard so far tonight.
This ball is not hit hard. It's popped up in foul territory, and Ryan Howard has a play. And he puts it away as Chris Burke is retired on 1 pitch. And Brad Osmus will bat. He was a big hitter in the 2nd inning. He hit that little nubber towards short. Jimmy Rollins was covering second on the play, even though it was a right-handed hitter up, because he hit so many balls the other way, and he wasn't able to change direction, come in and get it in time and throw Osmus out. And a 2-run double came along later on. So Eaton trying to have a clean inning. It's been tough for these pitchers tonight. Neither one of them have retired the side in order. Osmus with the infield hit and a run scored. The pitcher Chris Sampson waits on deck. 2 balls and no strikes to Brad Osmus. He's hitting 8 out of his last 10 at a .313 clip coming into the game.
Yeah, he started off pretty good this year.
There's a fly ball to right. Victorino has a long run. Showed how shallow he plays on Osmus, but Shane can really go back well on the ball. 2 outs.
Oh, what he did on that particular ball, the ball was hit. He ran to the spot, turned around, and made it an easy catch. He's just a good outfielder. To be a good outfielder, you have to anticipate the ball coming to you. Just about every pitch, every swing, and then that way you get good jumps. Willie Mays was an advocate of that anticipate the ball coming to you, therefore it's no surprises.
And Shane's a center fielder playing right field too. And has such a good center fielder too in Aaron Rowan, and they can utilize Victorino's strong arm in right field. Sampson got on a fielder's choice. That was a good bunt play executed by the Phillies. Eaton threw the runner out at third. He's going to have a 1-2-3 inning. Victorino puts it away. Jimmy Rollins has a homer and a triple tonight. He's going to lead off the 4th inning. We're tied at 4.
Someone must have called 1-888-WB-MASON because here comes another Gold Star delivery. Gold for guaranteed overnight local delivery. No obstacle too large. No challenge too great. If you're a WB Mason Alps customer, your office supplies are delivered free the next day without back orders at amazingly low prices. Even if you only order a box of staples. Who but WB Mason?
It's all up here. I never write anything down. But my prescriptions, all those directions, I don't have time for details. So I took everything, all my prescriptions, to my medicine shop pharmacist. He researched the side effects, checked for interactions. He even called my doctor. Then he explained it so I could understand. Hey, nothing is going to keep me out of my kitchen. Not today.
9 out of 10 adults don't get their daily recommended amount of fruit and vegetables. That's why there's V8 V Fusion Juice. It gives you vegetable goodness we all need, but with the light, sweet, refreshing taste of fruit juice. There's a full serving of fruit and a full serving of vegetables in every 8 ounces. Plus, it's 100% juice with antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E. V8 V Fusion in 4 great flavors. See how delicious your vegetables can be. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by WB Mason. Don't forget, for office supplies at amazingly low prices, who but WB Mason. By Chrysler, inspiration comes standard. By McDonald's, any size premium roast coffee, just 69 cents. And by Acura. Acura Advance. Top of the order, Jimmy Rollins will lead it off, followed by Shane Victorino and then Chase Utley. Only 5 pitches last inning for Adam Eaton, and got him out in order. And it has been a hit fest here so far, led by Jimmy. Leadoff home run to triple in the 2nd inning. Now has 9 multi-hit games already this season, and really hitting well in this ballpark. Not so well on the road this season.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. When you're at home, this is when you're supposed to be able to hit better, play better, win better. You're here where it's sleeping in your own bed, not on the road.
Well, Phillies have not been a great home team in this ballpark. They right around 500 the last couple of years, and right now, of course, off to the poor start, 1-5. Swing and a miss. He's back on the 7th of April at Florida when Josh Willingham went homer, triple, double. And you see Jimmy with those 7 home runs in the first 18 games. The last guy to do that, Mike Schmidt, in the same time period. And we were looking at a reverse cycle that night for Josh Willingham. He made an out in his 4th at bat. Well, Jimmy right now has gone homer, triple.
Well, that's the hardest part of the cycle.
Pop-up foul out of play.
Homer, double, triple, single.
Yeah, you figure the double and the single, obviously the easiest ones.
Yes.
He's just trying to win a ball game tonight. If he hits for the cycle, that would be terrific.
That's the most important thing. It's always better when you do any type of stats that are great. If you win, you remember it a lot better.
Missed away, 2-2. David Bell, of all people, the last cycle for the Phillies, and figured he would never get that triple, and he got it in his last at bat. There's the single.
Wow.
Well, now he needs a double. He's 3 for 3. That's why it was so important, Gary, to get Eaton up there last inning. Turn the lineup over and let Jimmy lead off.
That's always important when you can get that pitcher up to the bat. Is J. Rowe now with 3 hits in the game, a double away from a cycle, and he's just having some fun. Heck, he's been hitting the balls in spring training and developed that eye, I thought, in spring training. Didn't swing at as many bad pitches, and consequently this season hasn't done that.
And then came out on opening day. Well, Smoltz was dealing that day. Struck out 2 or 3 times on opening day, which really surprised everybody. But John Smoltz, really good stuff in that opener.
Well, sometimes you do have to recognize and give the pitcher credit. Cole Hamels pitching a heck of a game the other night and 15 strikeouts. And these are type of games that you just don't see very often.
Move over to first. Jimmy back in time. Shane has a base hit tonight and has scored a run, and he's also grounded to second.
He's picked it up.
Last 8 games at a 361 clip.
Yeah, he's picked it up, and that's what the Phillies need up at the top of the order to get those base runners on. The more chances that you have 3, 4, 5 guys, the easier that situation becomes.
Jimmy's stolen 2 bags in 2 attempts. Big hole on the right side for Victorino if he can hook one through there, and the right fielder Scott is really deep. I don't know if those are throwovers coming to Osmus, to the pitcher from the bench, but they're very concerned with Rollins here with nobody out. See Osmus taking a peek in. There he goes. A line drive just over the head of Loretta. Still good base running by Jimmy because it was just a flare, and he gets to third. First and third, nobody out.
I really got to give credit to Victorino. Hit and run all the way. Jimmy didn't have a great jump, as you can see him going. That ball hit where Loretta almost was going to catch it as he jumps up. J-Roll, you see how he freezes, but at that point, if Loretta catches the ball, then J-Roll's a dead duck anyway. He hesitates. He has such great speed, good instincts. Gets over to third, looking like Willie Mays.
So the Phillies are in business now for the heart of the order. Chase Utley is 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out and flat out to left. First in the league in doubles with 10 of them. Foul down the first baseline. Nobody up in the Astros bullpen. Phillies already with 10 hits in this game.
Well, these are the situations the third, fourth, and fifth hitters really relish on. Got runners on third base. And it's almost as if it's a free at bat. The infielders are back. You have good speed. Utley knows the strike zone, just trying to drive the ball. This is when you really want to get something out there in the end.
Double play ball. Biggio had trouble getting that out of his glove, and he beats it. Biggio did not make a good toss to the shortstop Loretta, and as a result, Utley will beat the play. The Phillies take the lead. It'll be an RBI for Chase, and it's 5-4.
Well, that's just big right there. And Biggio, you see how he hesitated. Loretta doing all he could. That gets Utley an RBI. More importantly, he gets the Phillies on top 9, 5-4. You can see how he hesitated. Loretta jumping out of the way to no avail. Utley, good speed coming from that left side.
Well, you get a big break there. And here's Ryan. Breaking ball for a strike. He singled his first time up, grounded to second. 1 for 2 tonight.
That's why when you hit the ball, you got to run as hard as you can. You can't take anything for granted. Utley always hustling.
Almost hit him. If you're Loretta on that play, the shortstop, you're just begging for Biggio to get that ball to you, too.
Well, he tried to, but it just almost as if it stuck in Biggio's glove where he kind of pumped his arm there a little. There's Biggio. That's why a lot of times you'll see the second baseman with those little small gloves just for that reason.
Fouled away down the left field line and out of play, and the count on Ryan Howard. A ball and 2 strikes. 5-4 in a wild one here on a nice warm summer-like night. There's Shane Victorino. And he went after Loretta too. After that little hesitation, he made sure he didn't get a lot on the throw. Struck him out. Foul tip, no. But it was held on to no matter what by Oscar. So 2 outs as that ball came down and into him, and he swung over.
All right, you see this pitch right now. Well, it looked like a curve or a split. Went up and down. Pretty good pitch.
A good situation for Chase Utley maybe to think about stealing a base. 2 outs and Burrell the batter. They're thinking the same thing and move over there. Pat has a RBI single in the first inning, and he struck out in the third. Burrow with 7 runs batted in on the year. He has a homer and 2 doubles. Table setters really doing the job for the Phillies tonight. Jimmy Rollins, Shane Victorino been on base 5 out of their 6 plate appearances tonight, and they have scored 4 of the 5 runs.
It makes it no secret. When you get those guys on that can run, and there they are in a double duo there.
Burrell, a line smash. That's a base hit. Utley steaming on his way to third. Carlos Lee gets it back in, and runners at the corners with 2 outs. For Wes Helms.
A solid hitting by Pat. Ball hit so hard right past Loretta. There's Loretta. Chris Mitchell had 208 innings, made himself a good player.
Adam Everett not playing tonight. They say he has a little bit of a sore back, and Adam Everett, one of those tremendous defensive shortstops, kind of underrated. We have a lot of them in the National League. Just saw Gonzalez over the weekend with Cincinnati. We're used to watching Jimmy play all the time.
Well, there's why it's a little bit different. You can tell the difference in today and yesterday players. Enberg's with a 10-game hitting streak. He's not in the lineup.
Wes Helms takes it inside. You know, just basically resting him, I guess, against a right-handed pitcher. And checked around. There wasn't anything wrong with Ensberg. They're just playing Lamb, the left-handed hitter, against Eaton tonight.
That 10-game hitting streak. You got to be seeing the ball pretty good.
Yeah. Wes Helms, a hard ground ball, base hit up the middle. Scoring is Chase Utley. Stopping at second is Burrell. And they're wearing out the middle of that diamond in this inning. 6-4 Phillies. And how big now is that play that does not turn into a double play on the ball hit by Utley?
Well, that doesn't show up in the box scores. And 2 things on that particular play. You got Victorino going in hard as he can, and then Utley hustling, which made the inning be able to go on longer. Here's that pitch right out over the plate, and you're right. He's been throwing a lot of strikes, been catching too much of the middle of the plate. Consequently, been getting hard, and that's just what the doctor ordered for the Philadelphia Phillies hitters. See the bullpen starting up.
Well, no matter who gets up tonight, it's going to be number 42.
Absolutely right about that.
Chris Sampson with 74 total pitches, 12 hits already in 3 2/3 innings. Wes Helms with his second hit of the game at first base. Pat Burrell with 2 hits at second base. And 2 outs for Aaron Rowan, who smoked a double to dead center his last time up. He's also flied to right. Aaron now with an 11-game hitting streak as he's been hitting the ball great. Breaking ball. Osmus keeps it close. No way Burrell's going to run on that with 2 outs.
Well, you're right. Hasn't been swinging at a lot of bad pitches, and Rowan making solid contact when he's been swinging the bat. You know, it's just the opposite now. Before, when he wasn't hitting, he was always no balls and 2 strikes. Now it seems like he's always 2 balls and no strikes.
That's a lot more fun. There's another base hit. Can they score Burrell on Carlos Lee? Going to give it a try. Throw is cut off. And out at third, the run does score. That'll be an RBI hit for Pat Burrell. That's a good job there by Wes Helms to make him cut that throw off, and you get the run.
Absolutely. That's exactly the way that you want to play it in order to make sure you score a run. As you can see him sliding in across the plate. Burrell. All right. Phillies take the lead. We'll be back in a moment.
There were 2 options. Change the road or change the SUV. Introducing the Acura MDX with super handling all-wheel drive. Technology takes it to a whole new place. Acura. Advance.
Guys, is the pizza here? Honey?
Pizza's here.
Nobody can resist Pizza Hut's totally topped Lovers Pizzas. Right now, get your hands on a fully loaded medium meat lovers, veggie lovers, or any lovers pizza for just $9.99. Or go large for just $2 more. Want more toppings? Get America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut.
Don't forget to order a side of wings with all your Pizza Hut orders.
A 95-mile-an-hour fastball will reach home plate in 4/10 of a second. Watch every pitch in clear Panasonic motion. Panasonic Plasma for the speed of sports. Panasonic, ideas for life.
Watching Chase go through that hitting streak last year gave me the chills. Ain't that right, Chase?
Give goosebumps for Mother's Day, May 13th, with a free Motrin IB Chase Utley fleece blanket for women 15 and over. Order now at Phillies.com.
Well, the NFL draft is quickly approaching, and we've got the strategy behind the picks, from exclusive interviews to expert analysis. We'll break down the entire first round here on the Draft House. That's Thursday night at 9 on Comcast Sportsnet. Well, you talk about scoring. There's a lot of that going on here tonight. And Brett Myers, he has a night off. He's just going to hang out in the pen. Phillies have scored 2, 2, and 3 tonight and lead 7-4. We're in the 5th, and Craig Biggio leads it off. Biggio led off the game with a home run and a hard ground ball, but right at Jimmy Rollins. Fires the first, got him one away. And Adam Eaton has now retired 7 in a row after Berkman's home run leading off the 3rd. Here's a play that ended the inning, Gary, and you talk as a left fielder what you're doing here.
Well, first of all, Carlos Lee coming in, that throw is just way too high. You got to give credit, though, to Helms there to keep going. As you can see, he comes into the picture there. Now, all of a sudden, the ball gets cut as Burrell slides in the home plate. May not have been a play there at home, but that's good base running by Helms to make sure that throw was to cut off to be able to score that extra run.
And you see Burrell, one of the keys of that play, too, is you got to keep running hard. Because he gets out at third before you score. Of course, the run doesn't count, and he did. He ran hard the whole time.
Oh, no, he ran hard and slid.
There's a little jammer right at Wes, and Helms throws out Mark Loretta. Quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th inning. Good job by Pat Burrell scoring on that play. Wes Helms either made them cut it off or they decided the throw was offline and decided to cut it off.
Oh, no, he made them cut it off because he was wide in the view, and it was an easier out and the third out.
That's what you want to do in that
Right,
situation.
Pat, he kept hustling and sliding and didn't take it for granted that he was going to make it. Consequently, Phillies end up with another run.
Lance Berkman with that solo home run into the seats, the first row in left center field. It just kept on going. Berkman's second of the year. And he's also struck out. 2 outs and nobody on base. And he gets in another kitch in there and he fouls it off. Really like to see Adams shut him down here now after the Phillies have just gotten a 3 spot to break a 4-4 tie. One. 2 balls and 1 strike. Carlos Lee waits on deck. Big Carlos had a 3 home run game here a couple of weeks ago in this ballpark.
Yeah, good hitter.
Three and one.
This type of hitter, he does a lot of intimidation. Sets up hitters, as in Berkman, although Berkman not hitting for the average right now, has in the past.
Fouled away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's an example right there of Berkman when he's swinging well. 3-1 fastball. He's not going to hit it the other way.
No, doesn't miss it very much. But again, when they're not hitting, he's smart enough to try and go that way, just to try and stay through the ball.
Astros career leaders as far as batting average. Lance Berkman.
Friend Jose Cruz, first base coach for Houston. He's on that list.
Walked him. Oh, a 2-out walk after retiring 8 in a row. And here's the dangerous Lee.
There he is right there. Jose Cruz Jr., his son, is playing in the major leagues.
Just saw him the other day. And who's he with, the Giants?
No, he's not with the Giants.
No, I'm trying to think who he's with. Somebody in the National League. Saw him hit a home run the other day.
Maybe San Diego.
I think it's in the West. Yeah, it probably was San Diego.
Oh, no, it's not L.A. No, it's not the Giants.
Carlos Lee, the batter. Swing and a miss. It is the San Diego Padres, and saw him hit a home run right-handed the other night in a game. He, of course, is a switch hitter. Victorino right there and out of the inning. Adam Eaton and the Phillies. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Phillies by 3.
No more toys.
Dog food, 15 points. Carpet cleaner, 5 points. Your total is 20 points. You are 2 points away from a flat screen TV.
Go get the toy.
With Citizens Bank Rewards, you earn everyday points towards rewards by using your debit card. Log on for a chance to win 1 million everyday points. Only at Citizens Bank.
Everyone's heard of Burtamy Motors. They've been in Huntington Valley for over 35 years. You can always count on a pleasant and rewarding shopping experience that's convenient to I-95 and just 2 minutes from the Northeast. In addition to the best savings on new and pre-owned Volvos, Burtamy Motors has a full-service facility with factory-trained technicians and a certified Volvo body repair and paint center. Check out the entire Burtamy inventory at BurtamyMotors.com. Burtamy Motors, premier Volvo sales, service, and savings.
The birds are back, and they're chirping about the Spring Value Savings event going on now through April 30th at Mike Piazza Honda. For 1 week only, you'll be singing about the spring savings, like a brand new 2007 Honda Accord for just $99 a month. Or you'll croon over the 0% financing on all the 2010 Accords and Civics. But hurry, these spring savings end April 30th and can only be found at Mike Piazza Honda, Route 1 Langhorne. That's Mike Piazza Honda, part of the Piazza Auto Group.
Marlins are here. They've been scoring some runs lately. They got 8 of them up tonight against the Atlanta Braves. And that neat-looking military-style green cap with the Phil's logo. There it is right there. That'll be given away to all fans 15 and over. Courtesy of McDonald's on Friday night, the Phillies and the Marlins. Game time 7:05. Rod Barajas will lead it off. Just a little thing like them walking him with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. They didn't mean to walk him, but he wound up having a good at bat. He walked, turned the lineup over, and darn if the Phillies don't lead off with Jimmy Rollins with a hit, and it turns into a 3-run inning. And on a hitter's night, when you turn the lineup over and when the ball's flying like this, it's important.
The difference as well, the balls have been hit hard, but they've been placed very well. As a hitter, all you can do is just hit the ball hard. You have not a whole lot to do with where the ball is going.
This guy's a contact pitcher, and no doubt about it. Chris Sampson, and they've hit him pretty hard tonight. Mentioned the Fish are scoring some runs. Olivo and Ugla have home runs tonight, and Florida 8-2 over Atlanta, and Dontrell Willis pitching that game for the Fish.
Well, that means that we got a good chance to see him as well. And Dontrell, one of the better pitchers in the league, very animated. One of those throwback type guys as well. Loves to do whatever he can to make his team win, and a pretty good hitter as well.
No balls and 2 strikes now on Barajas. There's a base hit for Rod. As Sampson got that ball in the middle of the plate. And they are really hitting him hard. Rick White is up in the bullpen. He was up as the inning started. And Phil Garner just leaving Sampson out there right now, but you know, you got to be thinking about a pitching change pretty soon. There's a guy who pitched for the Phillies last year. I think he just sent Osmus out to stall a little bit, just to talk to his pitcher, and maybe they are going to make a change.
Well, I just asked him, was he ready? And that's the reason that you see Osmus going out to home plate. Usually when it's ready, a lot of times they'll call, or you'll see the guy raise his hat up to let you know that he's ready to go.
Dave Wallace has made 1 trip out there tonight. Now here comes Phil Garner, and finger comes out right away pointing to the bullpen. So that'll be it, as Sampson, who had really pitched well this year, hit around the night in 4+ innings, 14 hits by the Phillies. 7 runs and 1 on base his responsibility. He will depart. That's the most he's been hit around in his brief major league career. Pitching change will be back right after this.
On an all-new Net Impact, a delegation from the majors takes an unforgettable journey to Africa's slave castle.
Everybody here, to a man, to a woman, will tell you that they've been moved and probably in a way that they never have been before.
Plus, head home with slugger Jim Thome.
This is the heartland. This is where your good roots, your good values come from.
And get to know reigning NL MVP Ryan Howard. Don't miss Net Impact, Tuesday afternoon at 4, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
It's bigger than a celebration. It's a Bellobration. Experience Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey through the eyes of America's greatest comic daredevil, Bello, where every performer is pushed to the limit of possibilities. Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey present the greatest show on earth, Bello Style.
Playing now through Sunday, April 29th at Wachovia Spectrum. Get tickets at the box office and ComcastTIX.com.
Had my hip replaced recently.
A couple months after mine.
Same hip.
Same doctor.
Same place.
Jeff.
The doctors are just so experienced.
It was unbelievable.
And everyone goes out of their way to make you feel comfortable.
Though I'm sure they had their hands full with,
you know who.
So I'm back now, as good as ever.
All that good?
Well, a little help from the old man here.
Who you calling old?
And Jeff.
See what our Orthopedic Center of Excellence can do for you. Call 1-800-JEFF now.
And we are back. Phillies and the Houston Astros in a hitter's night here at Citizens Bank Park. New pitchers, a veteran right-hander Rick White coming into game number 8. Doing a good job for the Astros. 9 2/3 innings, 4 hits. He's walked 5, struck out 4. The opposition hitting just 129 against this 39-year-older from Springfield, Ohio, who pitched with the Phils last year. Phillies already have 14 hits in this game, tying their season high, and that was against the Astros.
Rick White, one of the original Tampa Bay Devil Rays, when they were starting their organization. He was one of the players in the Cubs organization that they had several of those Devil Ray minor league players that were with several other teams getting ready and to form their own minor leagues. And Rick was one of the guys that were actually on the team.
Originally selected by the Pirates in the 15th round back in June of 1990. This guy's been around a long time. Still throws hard. Has a slider, a curveball, changeup, good fastball. And Adam Eaton, the batter, probably be up there to bunt. Adam has not sacrificed this year. He has a hit tonight and a run scored, and he struck out. Rod Barajas at first base and nobody out. And Eaton puts it down. White thinks about second, makes a really good play, knowing that the catcher is running. So 1-6 on the fielder's choice. Eaton is at first base and one away.
Hey, you got to give credit right there to Rick White. He actually got that ball and in full fashion, knew what he was going to do with it when he got it.
Our Geico quote of the day is from Jimmy Rollins.
I don't think I would have made it. There's no way a lot of people would have attempted to do something like that. But like I said, he was a special person. He was called on for something special, and he accomplished it. And talking about Jackie Robinson and his ordeal and what he went through in the Negro League.
Great to honor Jackie Robinson here tonight. A terrific pregame show. Jimmy, a double away from the cycle, and we're only in the 5th inning. He has homered, tripled, and singled. And there's that retired number of Jackie Robinson's retired throughout baseball, and everybody wearing it tonight on both sides. $15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. What Jimmy's accomplished already tonight.
Well,
batting averages are volatile, of course, this time of the year, and he's upped his 28 points tonight on the 3 for 3.
Jimmy, give it to him.
Good job to stay off that high pitch, and it's 3-0.
He's been doing that quite a bit. Hasn't been swinging a lot of bad pitches. See him setting the table there. And lately, when he hasn't been on, Victorino's been on. So it's been a healthy situation for the Phillies.
Shane's been on twice tonight. Jimmy on 3 times. 3-0 pitch on the way. He takes a strike, 3-1. They are holding Adam Eaton on first base again, the same way they did when Jimmy was batting in the 2nd inning, and Eaton was able to score on the triple. And they leave the hole open on the right side for a left-handed batter by holding him on. Up the middle. Nice play, Biggio. He flips to Loretta, back to first, safe. Almost a spectacular double play by the Astros. 4-6 on the fielder's choice, 2 outs.
Yeah, sometimes when you do that little toss with the glove, when it comes out, it comes off soft. He got it there. You can see that little flip. They practiced that. See, Loretta had to go back down to kind of flip the ball. There, Biggio flipping the ball, and Loretta trying to pivot to get out of the way, but the speed of J-Rowe foiled that particular double play.
And the inning's still alive for Victorino. Shane 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Nice play by Biggio, starting in at second base. Rollins started to go. They pitched out. It almost like he saw White hurry it up a little bit and realized it was a pitch out, and he dropped anchor. Sometimes a pitcher will rush that pitch out. Good base stealer will see that, and he'll just freeze.
Well, as soon as he sees that catcher as well stand up. But, well, J-Rowe's been pretty smart about running the bases.
Back-to-back pitch outs.
You just don't see that quite a bit. But again, when you do that for a manager, he knows more than not that his pitcher can come back and throw strikes.
And he almost threw a strike there, and Jerry Crawford saw his life flash in front of him. That happened to him in spring training in a game in Clearwater where a catcher had to jump back and save him. to second base. Biggio throws him out, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one left through 5. 7-4 Phils.
You guys know what goosebumps are? When you get cold. Yeah, you get so cold because you're nervous.
I get goosebumps when Ryan Howard hits a home run.
Towering drive, way out of here.
Chase Utley gives us goosebumps.
He's safe at home plate. Chase Utley, you are the man.
Catch some goosebumps when the Phils take on the Cubs. May 13th is Motrin IB Mother's Appreciation Day with free Chase Utley blankets. Order now at Phillies.com.
The passage is intense, but if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Ryan Howard in person. Now that's imposing.
See Ryan May 16th at 7:05 and get a free Ryan Howard bobble figurine, compliments of Toyota. Order now. Tickets are going fast.
Our Independence Blue Cross Philly of the Week honors go to Jamie Moyer. The 44-year-old veteran is often sharing, guiding, and sometimes just offering advice to his teammates. But there are occasions when the best way to teach is to pitch. And Jamie silenced the Nationals for 8 innings and a calm, controlling, and commanding performance when his team needed it the most. Moyer's continuous baseball lessons are brought to you by Independence Blue Cross.
And there is Jamie Moyer. Had a great outing last week in Washington. He will pitch here tomorrow night against right-hander Jason Bergman of the Washington Nationals as the Phils and the Nats begin the 3-game series. Washington in town, enjoying an off day here in our fair city. A beautiful day. This, of course, a makeup game. Game postponed last Sunday. A nor'easter hit the area, and the Astros were in Milwaukee. They went home for 2 days and went right back on the road. We're in Milwaukee. They're here tonight, and then they'll be in Pittsburgh for 3. Luke Scott, the batter. He has struck out twice tonight. There's your pitching matchups tomorrow night, and then Wednesday, John Patterson, John Lieber. And then on Thursday, Sean Hill and Cole Hamels off that 15 strikeout performance. Strike 2 as he went after it, according to Jerry Crawford. There's Cole. What a tremendous outing he had the other night. And as he said on the post-game show, there's more to come.
Sure did. And, I mean, he just eluded just great mound demeanor all night long.
Up high for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Luke Scott, Mike Lamb, and Chris Burke. They'll go left, right against Adam Eaton here in the 6th inning. Here's what he did in that game. He was just spectacular. Fouled back. Only one of them was looking in that game as he had them swinging and missing as much as he'll ever see a team do that.
Oh, almost like they had holes in the bat. That changeup, the equalizer, and he's able to throw that different ways and consequently getting those guys out in front and 15 strikeouts later.
Threw 5 breaking balls in the whole game. Scott swing and a miss. He's got the sombrero. 3 straight punch outs, 1 away. He got him to swing through a high fastball.
That ball's up above his hands. Scott getting a little bit irritated, but you're right. That is 3 strikeouts.
That's a tough night already through 6 innings. Mike Lamb, the batter. Jack Scott's a really good friend of the Phillies, the secretary treasurer of the South Jersey Baseball Old Timers. They had a big group of fans in Cincinnati over the weekend. Saw that Cole Hamels game on Saturday night. They are big supporters of the Phillies. As this pitch is high, and we were going to mention that they were there, and I lost the note and just found it. So we'd like to thank them for coming all the way to Cincinnati, supporting us, and what a great game they saw pitched by Cole Hamels. Look at that little check swing bleeder. That's a line drive in the box score for Mike Lamb, who's 2 for 3.
That was a check swing, basically, is what it was, where he actually started the bat and just kept it there in the hitting zone.
He'll take it.
You can see how he starts it, stops it, and just in good placement. It just goes to show you how hard that ball comes off the bat, where it wasn't even swung, and it went into left field.
That's Morgan Ensberg not playing tonight. Has a 10-game hitting streak.
You're right.
Get a check swing off the barrel like that. Chris Burke, the batter, he has struck out, fouled out to Ryan Howard.
Well, you know, maybe I'll start keeping some of your notes for you, and that way when you go to the game that you'll have them.
That's Dave Borkowski. Ground ball to second, could be a double play. Chase Utley overruns it, got one. That's a dead double play ball, and Chase kind of overran it, still recovered, and got Burke at first base. Lamb moves into scoring position with 2 outs. For Brad Ausmus.
That ball hit right to Utley, almost tailor-made, almost too easy. You can see how he recovers, though, well enough. Strong arm to get him at first base.
He just dropped it. He didn't even overrun it. He just popped out of his glove. But, hey, he didn't panic. Rick White moves into the on-deck circle as Brad Ausmus is the batter. And the pitch comes in low for a ball. He has singled and flied to right. Victorino takes his chances with Ausmus, playing very shallow in right field, figuring he's not going to hit it over his head. One and one. There's Shane. He is really exciting in that outfield.
Yeah, he can throw. He's a good defensive player. And the good thing, I mean, when he throws, he keeps those balls right low enough where they can cut them off, or you throw them out.
Phillies are getting Ryan Madsen up in the bullpen, their first bullpen activity tonight, as you see the big right-hander. Adam Eaton now at 93 pitches. And Borkowski continues to throw for Houston. One ball, 2 strikes on Ausmus. Ooh. Tried to come inside. Ausmus really tries to take that ball away or fight it off in the inside part of the plate. Close, 2-2. There's the line right now on Eaton with 94 pitches. Got it. Right there with a fastball. Strike 3 call, number 7 for Adam. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Phils come to bat in the 6th inning. Adam Eaton and the Phils lead it 7-4.
Thank you. How you doing?
Oh, fine, thank you.
9, please.
Don't like stopping? Fly Southwest Airlines nonstop from Philadelphia to 19 cities coast to coast, including nonstop service to Columbus and Nashville.
You are now free to move about the country.
Do you want the room and performance of an SUV, along with great fuel efficiency? Then you want the new 2008 Ford Escape. 28 miles per gallon, room to stretch it out, and the most advanced electronic stability control system in its class. Ford Escape. It's what you want. Now lease a 2008 Ford Escape for just $275 a month. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealers.
For some, quitting smoking can be as easy as this. But for me, it was more like this. But more important than how many times I tried to quit was the fact that I kept trying. Now, I live smoke-free, and you can too. If you've tried just about everything, try something else. Get the support that you need to quit smoking for good. Take it from me. A healthier life is always worth one more try.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by your quality Ford dealers, by Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. Call 1-800-JEFF-NOW. By Southwest Airlines, taking low fares farther. Visit southwest.com. And by Nissan and your local Nissan dealers. Part of the order for the Phils coming up here in the 6th inning to face their former teammate Rick White on the night the Phillies joined Major League Baseball in honoring Jackie Robinson 60 years ago. Jackie Robinson broke into Major League Baseball on April the 15th. In fact, on this night, on April the 23rd, 60 years ago, the Dodgers were playing the Phillies. It'll be Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, and Pat Burrell. Breaking ball from Rick, and he gets it over. Chase tonight is 0 for 3. He has a fielder's choice that he beat out when Biggio couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and that really helped the Phillies prolong the inning as he hustled down to first, got an RBI on it, and they scored 2 more. That ball's hit well towards the corner. Fair or foul? It's a foul ball.
He also got an RBI on that, hustling. And Shane Victorino pops going in and taking the shortstop out of the play.
It's his 11th run batted into the year.
All those help over the course of the season. You get enough of those, and the team is better off, and obviously you are.
Chase Utley, a hard ground ball, but right at Biggio on one hop, and Craig throws him out, 1 away. And that'll bring up Ryan Howard, 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the veteran Craig Biggio on his way to 3,000 hits. Led off the game with a home run tonight. He has 2,946 hits now.
Boy, that's a lot of hits.
54 to go. Pat Burrell waits on deck. Pat's had a good night with 2 hits. Ryan Howard a swing and a miss. The Astros do not employ the 3-man overshift on Ryan Howard that a lot of teams do. The shortstop Loretta, you see where he is, and 2 fielders on the right side. Outside, 1-1.
Well, Phil Gardner does things a little differently. Speaking of Phil, there he is. Hard-nosed player when he played.
Scrap iron.
That's his nickname, right?
Boy, the Phillies have some battles with his Pittsburgh Pirates back in the 70s. Outside, 2-1.
Well, that would have been J.R. Richard was on the team. Nolan Ryan then. Was he then? Was he here then? In the 70s?
Oh, sure. I know he was in the National League in 80 for sure, because the Phillies faced him in the playoffs. Well, he may have been in 79 too. I'm not sure.
No, you're right. He was there because I remember that playoff. J.R. Richard was in that, pitching in that playoff as well.
Swing and a miss by Ryan Howard, and he strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. 2 outs. On Thursday at 3:05 is the Citizens Bank Business Person Special, a midweek baseball game between the Phillies and the Washington Nationals. It's a Hatfield Phillies Frank's Dollar Dog Day, so you can order your tickets online at Phillies.com. Come on out and have some afternoon baseball. The Phillies and the Nats, 3:05. Burrow pops it up, foul, out of play. Hits for Pat Burrell as he rips that ball by Berkman, headed towards the corner. He's on his way to second. Pat Burrell will have a double, and he is 3 for 4 tonight. And in scoring position with 2 outs. He kind of laughs about it because He knows that's an accident when he hits a ball down there, but hey, it's a double.
Well, he's been hitting the ball a little bit more to right field, and consequently his average has been up. Hasn't striking out as much. Look how he covers the plate, though. I mean, he has surrounded the plate with that ball there as he hits that ball almost inside out, if you will, is that stand-up double.
Wes Helms with an RBI opportunity. His Pat's at second. Wes is 2 for 3 tonight. He's knocked in a run, his 8th of the year. 3 3-hit games last season for Burrell. And you see what he's done already this year. Helms takes it down and in for ball 1. Phillies trying to score off Rick White. Now time is called. And they're going to put Michael Bourne in the game to run for Burrell here. And Pat will leave. And then Bourne will go into the game for defense.
Right. And probably he was just looking for his helmet and so on down there anyway. That's the right play. You got a big lead right now, or not a huge lead, as Pat Burrell gets a hand coming in. But what it does now is it gives you more speed in your outfield with Bourne coming in at second base. Then he'll be in the outfield, and now you have 3 guys.
And it gives you speed too to maybe score a 2-out run here. A nice hand for Pat Burrell as he leaves. Not a whole lot of booze showered on him tonight. Grounded towards third, but it's right. He missed him. He didn't touch him. Mike Lamb did not touch Bourne. Now Phil Garner's going to say he ran out of the baseline, I guess, but he's saying he never touched him.
Yeah, that's what he is saying, that he ran out of the baseline. Now he's saying, well, he knows that's the rookie umpire that have come in today. Well, can you get some help? That's exactly what he's doing. He's going over and trying to get a little help, and he was, again, out of the baseline. As he touches him, we'll be back in a moment.
You've never driven anything like it. The Nissan Murano. Seamless, efficient acceleration from its CVT transmission. You've never seen anything like it. SUV versatility, 5-star safety rating in one beautiful package. Lease the Nissan Murano for just $299 a month. Feel it, see it, believe it. At your Nissan dealer now.
Every day, you depend on your bones, joints, and ligaments to help you move. But what if something goes wrong? Who do you trust? You trust one of the top-ranked orthopedic hospitals in the country, working with the renowned Rothman Institute, where the doctors who write textbooks and develop treatments are part of the team that's treating you. When it matters, you choose Jefferson. The Rothman Institute at Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. To make an appointment, call 1-800-JEFF now.
Want to get out more, but gas prices are keeping you in? Take the Ford Challenge in the 2007 Ford Focus, giving you up to 37 miles per gallon. Get one with $3,000 cash back or lease a 4-door SE for just $159 a month, plus 5-year 100,000-mile powertrain coverage at no extra charge. That's better than Civic or Corolla. Take the Ford Challenge today and see why Focus is the better choice. With $3,000 cash back or lease for just $159 a month.
Here's our Nissan game summary. A lot of offense here in this game tonight. Phillies with a season high 15 hits. Leadoff home runs tonight by Craig Biggio and Jimmy Rollins. Aaron Rowan, another good ball game. Lance Berkman has a home run. Michael Bourne, who was tagged to end that inning, and they got it right after the appeal, stays in the game in left field. And for play-by-play, here's Harry.
All right, thank you, Wheels. Adam Eaton is still out there, and the pinch hitter for Houston. Here's the play again. Oh, I'm not real sure.
It's hard to tell on that, but you could tell. Kind of a little nonchalant tag as he's going by. See his shirt moves a little bit as he got him on the back.
And number 42 is pinch hitting. Sarge, who would number 42 be?
Well, everybody has that number so far tonight.
This is Morgan Ensberg, actually. Morgan Ensberg.
Now, that's strange. Having pinch hit hasn't, well, it's a 10-game hitting streak, so.
Yeah, really, that is very strange. Ensberg with a 10-game hitting streak and pinch hitting here. That puts a little heat on you to try to extend the hitting streak. Maybe a one at bat.
You know, the other thing is Gardner doesn't particularly care or worry about any type of streaks that are going on. See the different active pinch hitters. Mark Kotsay, Morgan Ensberg right there at hitting 400, so maybe that's the reason.
Beats a foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Ensberg swinging at that ball, which was a foul, and then it was up in the air. He was trying to swing at it again. Don't normally see that. Now you can see, check this out, as he hits the ball on the ground and he puts his bat back and then he wants to hit it again, and he swung and missed.
Only problem with that is he could have hit Barajas.
Yeah.
Up and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch thrown by Adam Eaton will be his 100th. Well, he has 100 right now. So this will, if he can get through this inning, this will be his last. Trying to get through the 7th. Ooh, just missed the outside corner. It was a full count. Greg Biggio waiting on deck.
Use my glasses.
Ooh. Just missing the outside corner, and Ensberg draws a leadoff walk. Now it's time for tonight's Citizens Bank Citizen 7 of the game. These lucky fans are tonight's Citizen 7. They know how rewarding it is to be them. Find out how rewarding it is to be you. Visit your local branch or citizensbankpark.com for details. Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. Charlie Manuel coming out now, and this might be it for Adam Eaton. He's over 100 pitches. Jeff Geary is now throwing. Earlier it had been Ryan Manson. And this is going to be it for Adam Eaton. So we have a pitching change for the Phillies. Phillies lead at 7-4. We'll be back after these messages.
Have you driven a Ford? Think you know everything about the Ford Fusion? Think again. It's time to see for yourself why the all-wheel drive Fusion beat out Camry and Accord on performance, handling, and styling. Need more? How about that Fusion was named J.D. Power's most appealing car in its class? Lease one for just $249 a month with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing. See your local Ford store today.
The next generation of window wizards introduces the next generation of Andersen windows.
Rich, what's beautiful on the inside and practical on the outside?
That's easy, David. The custom-made double-hung Andersen Woodwright replacement window from Window Wizards.
Rich wood interiors of oak, pine, and maple.
And low-maintenance exteriors.
Andersen Woodwright replacement windows can make new homes look old and old homes look new. And Window Wizards can install practically everything we sell.
Window Wizards, a name you can trust for 50 years.
Shop at home or come to a showroom near you.
Seriously, 4 feet by 5 feet. Well, apparently not, because I'm looking right at it.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Are you serious?
Just give it a try. Role play.
What's your name? He doesn't say anything because he's a doll.
Geico.com. So easy, a caveman can do it.
Phils lead 7-4 here in the 7th inning as Jeff Geary takes over for Adam Eaton. Geary appearing in his team-leading 10th game, 0-1 with a 3.0 ERA. He's worked 9 innings, given up 9 hits, 6 runs, just 3 of them earned. He has struck out 5 with quite a few walks, 6 walks. Craig Biggio will be the first one to face him. Biggio led off the game on the first pitch with a home run. He's also walked and grounded out. At first base, Morgan Ensberg. As Geary gets ready to work to Biggio. Biggio lifetime against Geary is 1 for 5. It was a double. Jeff has struck him out twice. Threw that one by him. 1 strike to Biggio.
Almost looked like Biggio took a shot at right field there. The Phillies up the middle with their defense. He has a huge hole in the right side, and he took like a little bit of a late swing at that, trying to hit it the other way.
Nice crowd for this makeup of the rain out. 32,517 paid attendance here tonight. And Washington will be coming in tomorrow. Watch the ball fouled on the right field side. Nobody's going to be able to catch up to it. Right in the first row. Good catch by a fan down there.
See Ryan Howard getting better, but still has a little bit of a limp as he's running after that ball and spraining that ligament in his knee the other night in Washington.
He did that actually jumping on the bag. Don't think he'll be jumping and trying to beat those kind of balls out that way. Actually, it makes it slower. You don't get there any faster when you're sliding head first or when you jump at the bag.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Biggio. High with it, 2-2. And Meaden, who threw 100 pitches before departing, leads with a 7-4 lead. He is responsible for the runner at first base. He struck out 7. And Biggio goes down swinging. That's 1 down here in the 7th. This year, when you can't be home to watch the Phils on TV, check out MLB.tv. You can log on the internet to watch every out-of-market Phillies game of the season live. Catch those you missed on demand or listen to every radio broadcast live. Sign up today for MLB.tv, an unparalleled live baseball experience. For more details, visit www.phillies.com, where baseball is always on. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can. 6-4-3 double play, and that will be it. Nice job by Geary. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 7-4 Phils.
Volvo 80th anniversary celebration, come test drive the results of our 80-year obsession with safety. The 2007 Volvo S40 and S60.
Lease a 2007 S60 2.5T for $299 a month for 36 months.
Like I said, we live in a society where the individual ego and the group dynamic are in constant struggle.
Response? Yeah, I have a response. What?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Nobody said this was going to be easy.
Now, see, if Geico.com had taken that approach, instead of telling everyone it's so easy a caveman can do it, I wouldn't be having an existential meltdown right now.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
For complete coverage of Philadelphia sports, log on to ComcastSportsNet.com. Get breaking news plus exclusive interviews. And you can even ask Daily News Live or Postgame Live a question online. Comcast Sportsnet. Nobody does Philadelphia sports better. Log on now.
Our non-stump fans trivia quiz tonight. Who are the only two players in the 20th century to have 50 or more doubles and 50 or more stolen bases in the same season? Well, one of them's right here tonight. He's playing second base for the Houston Astros, Craig Biggio. And the other is the great Tris Speaker. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of Phillies prize pack. Thanks for playing Dodge Stump the Fans. There's Biggio. He's had quite a career, homing in on 3,000 hits. Dave Borkowski is coming to pitch for the Astros now. Borkowski taking over for White, who did a good job out of the bullpen for Phil Garner. Now it's in the hands of Borkowski. This will be his 5th game. 0-0 with 1.93 ERA, 5 hits and 4 2/3 innings. Struck out 6 while walking 2. Aaron Rowan will be the first one to face him with the Phillies on top by a score of 7-4. It looks like Antonio Alfonseca is beginning to loosen the Phillies bullpen. So the plan for Charlie Manuel could well be Alfonseca and Flash Gordon.
Yeah, Brett Myers will not pitch tonight. Charlie talked about that extensively before the game, that even though they had warmed Brett up yesterday, and they had warmed him up to the point that he was not going to pitch tonight no matter what happened. So they decided to use him in that game yesterday. There was some second guessing going on that they shouldn't have used him, but they had already decided, since he had warmed up to that point, that he could not pitch tonight, so they might as well use him, get him in a game yesterday. He has this game off.
Borkowski, 30 years of age, out of Detroit, Michigan. 1 strike to Rowan. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Mets well up on Colorado 6-1. They're in the 8th inning now at Shea. Valentin and Carlos Delgado have both homered for New York. John Maine, another good outing for the Mets. Rowan has extended his hitting streak. He's hit safely now in 11 straight games. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a double and a single. One ball and 2 strikes.
Astros are a team you really want to still stay after them. They have done a tremendous job coming from behind in a lot of games this year. They score runs late.
Ooh. Rowan is hit by a pitch ball.
You could hear Borkowski yell, "Look out," but it didn't help.
Well, that one had to sting. Aaron taking first base.
Now this is just a fastball that gets away from him. See where it hit him. Just trying to make sure that ball is in. And it's one of those situations you know that the guy didn't hit you on purpose, but nevertheless it still smarts.
There's Rod Barajas. He has fouled out, walked, and singled. Greg Dobbs has moved into the on-deck circle. See a pinch hit for Jeff Geary. So we'll see if Barajas is bunting, trying to get an extra run, if he's swinging away.
Astros don't think so.
He is showing bunt now. And takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now Lamb, of course, will move up on the grass. He was back pretty far when that first pitch was thrown. Then he saw him shorten up and he came charge again. Now that's going to get him in, and he'll stay there.
Didn't show bunt that time. He took low again. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Looking down at third base coach Steve Smith.
That's what you like as a hitter, when they take that bunt sign off. It's 2-0 count. This is a running situation that you like.
Took a strike. 2 balls and a strike.
Same thing. Barajas in the driver's seat. 2-1. 2-0. You can become a little more selective. 2-1. You can look for your pitch, fastball. You go on and try and drive the ball.
Aaron Rowan gets back. He's at first base with nobody out here in the 7th. He goes on a hit and run that's fouled straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count to Barajas.
See Phil Garner, he runs the running game from their dugout, and you see him giving the signs there to Osmus on whether they want to throw over or not.
Full count.
Well, Charlie Manuel has a decision to make right now. Nobody out on whether you want to start the runner or not. Barajas, it's whether or not you trust him not to swing through a pitch here.
Rowan with good speed. I would think this would be a running count no matter what. 3-2 here, especially when you're winning.
He does not go, and probably a wise decision because Barajas goes down swinging. So that's 1 down. That'll bring on the pinch hitter Greg Dobbs. Dobbs coming out to bat for Jeff Geary. Dobbs hitting a 190. 4 for 21. As a pinch hitter, he is 2 for 9 with 3 runs batted in. Good job by Geary. There's 2 batters and got 3 outs. Strikeout and a double play.
He's had some pretty good outings here as of late. You know, getting those runners over and throwing first pitch strikes, making pitches, getting double plays.
Rowan might be more inclined to run now that he was not moved up by Rod Barajas.
Yeah, exactly. He might run, or they might want him to stay there and leave the hole open with 1 out for the left-handed hitter, depending.
Rowan's attempted 2 steals, both successfully. One strike to Dobbs.
Not always, but a lot of times the manager wants to give him 1 shot at it, especially with a hole open for a left-handed hitter to get that first ball fastball and pull the ball in the hole.
Waiting on deck is J-Roll, who is a double away from the cycle. Broke his bat and he popped him up. Berkman takes care of this one. So that's 2 down, and here is J-Roll.
Well, they were ducking that bat down there, the barrel of the bat. Berkman was jumping over it. Rowan was jumping over it. There's the barrel all the way out and past the bag out in the outfield.
The bats they're making these days, again, we talked about it. They don't just crack, they just explode.
Trevor Miller up in Houston's bullpen. Well, here's J-Roll. He has homered, tripled, singled, and here into a fielder's choice. Lifetime against Borkowski. J-Roll is 1 for 5. Line drive. That's going to be a single. No cycle for J-Roll, but his 4th hit of the night. 4 for 5 is Jimmy Rollins, and the Phillies have 2 men on base with 2 outs for Shane Victorino.
I think he wasn't aware of that. You can see his reaction right there. It's like, man, I hit it good, but I hit it right at him.
Oh, he did. Just didn't get that ball up, but that's good. That's just good hitting by J-Roll. Line drive after line drive. He set the stage right away in the 1st inning with a homer.
Jimmy's had 5 hits in a game in his career 3 different times. One time it took 16 innings at Seattle a couple years ago.
Here is Shane Victorino. Shane's 2 for 4. Phil's trying to get some insurance here in the 7th inning with a 7-4 lead. Did that hit him? Nope.
Kind of miss him.
Quick feet by Victorino, I guess.
How about the play by Osmus?
Almost looked like it went between his legs.
Look at the catcher on this play. Wow. That's amazing.
See Victorino throwing that leg up and getting out of the way of it. Breaking ball. It just was hung on a little too much.
1 ball and no strikes.
That's why that guy wins Gold Gloves, make him play like that.
Lines a foul left field side. 1-1. Rowan at second, Jay Roll at first. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Two balls and a strike. To the count to Shane Victorino. Nationals coming in tomorrow night. Jamie Moyer goes for the Phils. Jason Bergman for Washington. Wednesday night will be John Lieber against John Patterson. Thursday, don't forget, is a Citizens Bank Business Person Special at 3:05. Cole Hamels coming off his 15 strikeout game against Sean Hill. 2-2 it holds to Shane Victorino. Pretty well to left field. Lee backtracks. Can't get it over his head. Rowan scores. J-Roll scores. 2-run double. Shane Victorino. And the Phillies now lead it by a score of 9-4. The big 2-out runs here from Shane Victorino, his 3rd hit of the game.
And Carlos Lee is a member of the Houston Astros to hit the ball, not to catch it. And he started to drift on this and drift. He couldn't get to it. And as you say, big hit as he can't get to it finally.
Well, he's not a very good fielder. That ball is just on the side of him. They brought him in for his hitting. Give credit to J-Row. He read that ball all the way. With 2 outs, your job is just to take off anyway. So he's able to make that from first base.
And here is Chase Utley, who is the only hitter in the lineup who has not had a hit. Chase is 0 for 4. He has driven in a run with a ground ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies have banged out 17 hits on the night.
Jimmy Rollins has scored 4 runs. His career high is 5 in a game.
J-Roll now with 19 runs scored for the season.
Well, he has 9 multi-hit games now. Coming off a tough road trip, but his number's really good in this ballpark, and he picked it right up again tonight.
Came into the game hitting .407 at Citizens Bank Park, and that'll go up higher with his 4 for 5 tonight. 2 balls and a strike.
To believe this team could have 17 hits and Chase Utley doesn't have one of them.
Really?
Well, usually someone doesn't get the invitation to the party for whatever reason that it is. You hit the balls hard, yours are right at them, and All they're doing is hitting balls in the holes.
Ryan Madson now is going to throw in the Phillies bullpen. Drops it down the left field foul line. It's a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chase Utley.
This is what they did in the game yesterday at Cincinnati. Got some runs late and opened it up a little bit and gave themselves some breathing room, something they certainly were not able to do early in the season. Well, still early, but very early in the season.
Two balls and 2 strikes. And a cut, fouled it straight back. Still 2-2. Smoke to dead center field. Watch this baby out of here. Whoa. Way out of here. Tremendous home run, Chase Utley. And the Phillies now lead it by a score of 11-4.
That baby hit the top of the wall after. It looked like the top of that brick wall and skipped over. Wow. What a bolt. That's Ryan Howard-esque.
Better late than never for the invitation. Straight away center field as this ball kept going, and going up on the brick wall. It's a fastball. A little too much on the inside. You see where that ball landed.
Man, boink.
Ricocheted up there pretty hard.
Here's Ryan Howard, and he takes one on the outside corner. Ryan is 1 for 4 with a single.
That is really impressive. Hit a ball like that to straightaway center field. Wow. Ryan Howard cleared that baby last year off Sergio Mitre of Florida. Look, there it is, that brick wall in dead center, and he hit right on the top of it and over it.
Howard goes down swinging, and that will retire to side, but not before the Phillies put 4 on the board. They do so on 3 hits, including Utley's tape measure homer. Going to the 8th, it's 11-4 Phils.
Okay, class. If you're in the South,
$279 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See for yourself. Shop and compare at ChevyShowcase.com.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, taking low fares farther. Visit southwest.com. By Rico, move your ideas forward with Rico dependability. By your local Chevy dealer, shop and compare at ChevyShowcase.com. And by refreshingly smooth Bud Light, always worth it. Ryan Madson will be the Phillies' new pitcher coming on here in the 8th inning. Chase Utley with a tape measure home run, giving the Phillies an 11-4 lead. Madson appearing in his 8th game, 0-2 with a 5.06 ERA. 10 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs. He has struck out 9 while walking 4. This hit in the air to pretty deep left field, very deep left field. Bourne all the way back against the fence, makes the catch. Berkman sent it a long ways to the opposite field, but pulled in by Michael Bourne. 1 down.
That's why Michael's in the game there. He jumps, catches the ball at speed, makes up for any time you get a bad jump on a ball or misread it. You can overcome it with that speed. And Bourne reading the ball pretty good. He's a pretty good outfielder.
Yes, he is.
It was Pat Burrell, and Bourne ran for him earlier in the game, and then they left him in for defense.
Well, a good night. He went 3 for 4. Well, the weather is warmed up and the ball is carrying here at Citizens Bank Park. Here's Carlos Lee. He has double grounded out and flying out to right.
One of those nights without a lot of wind, and it's really jumping. especially off the Phillies bats.
18 hits for the Phils. That's in the air to right field. Victorino has it lined up. And that's 2 down.
Time now for our Rico defensive play of the game. Back in the second inning. Nice play by Lance Berksman, the first baseman. Very athletic play. Running it down the first base line over the shoulder. Catches that fly ball off the bat of Rod Barajas. Move your ideas forward with Rico dependability.
Here's Luke Scott. I'm glad to see Eden out of the game. Eden has struck him out all 3 times that he's been up. Grounded sharply up the middle. Off down by Utley. It'll be a base hit for Scott. So Scott, a 2-out base runner for Mike Lamb. Lamb is singled, struck out, and singled. Mike Lamb with 2 outs and the runner at first base. Beats a foul. Morgan Ensberg, the regular third baseman, given the night off, although he did pinch hit and walked.
Well, no official at bat.
So it doesn't stop his hitting streak.
Correct.
Still has a 10-gamer alive. Now balls and 2 strikes now to Lamb.
A few ways for that to happen. Other ways, a sac fly. Hit by a pitch.
Oh, with 10 games, I'm sure Gardner is feeling that's no big deal, hitting in 10 straight games.
No. These guys are on a pretty tough stretch right now. A lot of road games. You know, they went home for 2 after they were here in Philadelphia, and then they went right back on the road again.
They'll be going from here to Pittsburgh. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball is shortstop. J-Roll just got him. Bang, bang play at first base. But down go the Astros here in the 8th. No runs, a hit. They lead 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 11-4 Phillies.
Make it easy for yourself. Fly Southwest Airlines nonstop from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh for just $39 one way. Southwest Airlines.
You are now free to move about the country.
The next generation of window wizards introduces the next generation of Andersen windows.
Rich, what's beautiful on the inside and practical on the outside?
That's easy, David. The custom-made double-hung Andersen Woodwright replacement window from Window Wizards.
Rich wood interiors of oak, pine, and maple.
And low-maintenance exteriors.
Andersen Woodwright replacement windows can make new homes look old and old homes look new. And Window Wizards can install practically everything we sell.
Window Wizards, a name you can trust for 50 years.
Shop at home or come to a showroom near you.
With an exhilarating 258 horsepower VTEC engine, an intelligent performance-minded cockpit, double wishbone suspension, and true surround sound. All you need to do is get in. The TL from Acura.
Now you can lease a TL for $369 a month for well-qualified customers.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Phillies.
Miguel Cabrera and the Florida Marlins will be coming to Citizens Bank Park this weekend. Friday at 7:05. That'll be McDonald Phillies cap, free for fans 15 and over. Saturday at 7:05 and Sunday at 1:35. Citizens Bank Fanatic Birthday and bottle figurine for youngsters 14 and under. Order your tickets for the Florida Marlins series 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com. Brad Lidge is going to be the new pitcher for Houston. Lidge, who lost his closing job to Dan Wheeler earlier this year, appearing in his 9th game. 1-0, 10.13 ERA. Given up 12 hits in 5 1/3 innings. A lot of walks, 4 strikeouts, 7 walks.
Came in a game after Biggio hit a grand slam the other night. Give him a 6-2 lead in Milwaukee. Threw a 3-run home run. I think it was to Bill Hall. Make that game 6-5. So, you know, he just can't seem to get it going.
Michael Bourne's first at bat after coming in as a pinch runner for Pat Burrell.
Well, his velocity is still there. He's throwing that ball upwards of 96, 97 miles an hour.
Bourne's 1 for 11.
In the interest of accuracy, I had a feeling I was wrong about that. A sacrifice fly shall terminate a hitting streak.
Really?
A sacrifice bunt does not.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're giving up yourself at the bunt.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you know you got to do that because people are very nice out there. Fans will send you a nice letter telling you were wrong, and others will send you that one about you dope. Don't you know a sacrifice fly terminates a streak? So we'll stop it right there.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike here to Michael Bourne.
Save your stamps.
Get both of them.
Ground ball through on the right side. Another hit for the Phils, hit number 19. Wow.
Michael Bourne usually doesn't pull the ball. One of the rare moments you'll see him actually do that. He usually hits the ball to left field most of the time. Infielder shifted all the way over, so that was an easy ball that went through the hole.
Brings on Wes Helms. He is 2 for 4.
Phillies are going to get Francisco Rosario up in the bullpen. Big lead right now. Good chance to get him into a game without any pressure. Pitch an inning.
Foul tip, 1 strike. Fly ball into left field, not deep. A long run, Lee. It's a fair ball. Oh, man. It's a ground rule double. The 3rd hit for Worth and the 20th hit for the Phillies in this game. Hit him hard, hit him soft, they're all falling in.
That's why Mark Loretta, the shortstop, he went out so far, he knew when the ball was hit, Carlos Lee wasn't going to get to it. You can see him slowing up. Again, they got him in for the offense, not the defense. Usually you would dive, and he's way too big to be diving into the score being out of hand. He's not going to do that as you take a look at Bill Garner shaking his head. Well, big guys got to play back deep. They can't get the balls that are in shallow.
No, he's going to dive 11-4.
So the infield comes in for Aaron Rowan. Rowan is 2 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch.
Fielders really love this. You have to play the infield in when you're down by 7.
Two quick strikes to Rowan.
2 hard sliders. Now they're playing in. They don't want to give up any more runs, just in case they do.
Last time the Phillies had 20 hits or more, you see right there. Last year against the Braves, and they have 20 tonight. Charlie said in that meeting the other night, really the crux of it was to sit everybody down and say, hey, relax. You guys are grinding those bats into sawdust. Try and have a little bit of fun, relax a little bit. You know, whether that helped, who knows. But the last 3 games, they're getting a lot more hits and a lot more clutch hits.
Rowan goes down swinging. That's 1 down, and that'll bring on Rod Barajas. Barajas is 1 for 3.
Boy, Lidge can still throw one of those sliders like that, and they're just unhittable.
It's just, you know, it's amazing why he's not throwing the ball better. Again, ever since Pujols took him deep in the playoff, it seems that he hasn't been the same since. Over a year ago.
He can just lock hitters with that breaking ball of his, and that's what he did for a while, and he may have been as good a closer as there was in this league. Up bedtime. That'll tell you what happens later.
One strike to Barajas. Did he chase? Yep. The appeal goes to Brian O'Neill, who said he did. No balls and 2 strikes.
That's 97, and then he throws that 88 to 90 slider, and that's why Lidge used to be so good.
Try to check his swing. It's tough on that pitch that's up. That slider, he starts it, has been. He did for Rowan right at his hip.
A good block by Osmus, who's been in the dirt a lot tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Michael Moore at third, Wes Helms at second with 1 out. Chase the breaking ball, bounced up there, and Osmus throws him out. So that's 2 down. And we'll get a pinch hitter for Ryan Madsen.
Jason Worth.
So Worth coming out. Jason Worth hitting at .278. He's been a good pinch hitter. He's 3 for 6 as a pinch hitter.
There's Rosario. He's going to pitch tonight.
Foul back. That's the only thing about this at bat is Worth could give J-Roll 1 more chance to hit a double. Bills on top 11-4. He's in the hole 0-2. And after giving up single double, Lidge has got a shot here at striking out the side. I almost get the feeling with this guy's stuff that somebody is going to try really hard to pry him from Houston.
Yeah, he seems to have a good arm. His velocity is there.
Well, you just watch these pitches he throws, and you know you don't see him all the time, but he must get balls in the middle of the plate, and he's been getting hurt on it. Afraid somebody, I don't know, the right fielder Luke Scott's coming in to talk to Phil Cuzzy, the second base umpire. Maybe somebody threw something out of the stands, and there's no reason for that.
No.
It's stupid.
Well, what they'll do is go and they'll put one of the security guards out there in the top, or not the top. I actually don't know where it's coming from on the right field side.
So now the ball girl will go out and try to clean up the mess, but evidently it hit Scott when he's playing in the outfield. Some fan threw something out there that you just don't do when you come to the ballpark. Enjoy the ball game, enjoy all the amenities, but do not throw things on the field.
Terry Crawford talking to one of the Phillies security people down the right field line. He's shaking his head.
So we'll resume. Wirth's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes with the runners at second and third and 2 outs. Blew him away. So he ends up striking out the side after giving up single double. And we move to the ninth. Phillies on top, 11-4.
Push-button automatic doors, one of many intelligent features on the Toyota Sienna. And now you can lease a new 2007 Sienna for just $249 a month. Toyota, a smart way to keep moving forward.
The 2007 Chevy Cobalt LS Coupe and Sedan. Both get an EPA estimated 34 miles per gallon on highways around Philadelphia. And both come with something Honda and Toyota don't. The best coverage in America. Cobalt Coupe and Sedan. Fun comes with a choice. Qualified lessees can lease an 07 Cobalt Coupe LS for around $169 a month. Residency restrictions apply. See for yourself. Shop and compare at ChevyShowcase.com.
Coming up Tuesday on Cherry Hill Nissan Sports Rise, we'll continue to get you set for the NFL Draft. Derek Gunn sits down with the Eagles GM Tom Heckert. The Phillies play a makeup game with Houston and pay tribute to Jackie Robinson. We'll also have all your NBA and NHL playoff action. It's all on Sports Rise, Tuesday, 6 to 11 a.m.
After the game, join Leslie Goodell and Mitch Williams for a complete game breakdown, plus exclusive player reactions and the skipper's press conference on Sloan Toyota presents Phillies Postgame Live right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Francisco Rosario, the 26-year-old right-hander, was picked up from the Toronto Blue Jays this spring, making his 4th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA. He's pitched just 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits. Rosario has given up a couple of runs, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. So the Phils well on their way to their 3rd straight win and will be hosting the Washington Nationals tomorrow night. Been several teams for the Phillies over the years that started the season 5-11. One team that had the best record of those teams that started at 5-11, the 82 Phils. Sarge, you remember that team? You ended up winning 89 ball games.
It's fun times here.
Remember the slow start?
No,
92.
I just remember this. No matter what you're doing here, you better sooner or later start winning a few ball games or hitting that ball. I distinctly remember the 83 because I thought we started off slow.
Yeah.
Manager got fired that year in first place.
Right.
Pat Corrales.
Right. You know, no one really tore the cover off the ball. And Joe Morgan was here then and didn't have a good year at all. Tony Perez.
Joe Morgan was hurt the whole year and then had an unbelievable September.
And Burke goes down swinging. And we'll bring on Brad Osmus. Osmus is 1 for 3. Who's that 42 in the on-deck circle?
That would be Orlando Palmeiro. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I thought I'd bail Sarge out before he had to go looking at it.
Well, with everybody having 42, you got to know the faces.
Or at least, you know, they got one left-handed hitter on the bench and the guy's swinging left-handed. That helps.
Tribute to Jackie Robinson. 60th anniversary. Jackie breaking the color barrier in Major League Baseball. Up in the air to center field. Aaron Rowan will take care of this one. And that's 2 down here in the 9th inning. And we'll bring on Palmeiro. Palmeiro. Hitting at 273 as a pinch hitter. He is 2 for 10. Fouls it straight back.
Astros 9-2 lifetime here in this ballpark. The best record by any visiting club, and it's been a while since the Phillies have been able to thump these guys here.
Yeah. Grounded deep third, gets by Helms and into left field. That'll be a hit for Palmeiro. So he is at first base with 2 outs, and Craig Biggio will get another chance. Biggio hit a home run the first pitch of the game, and he's also walked, grounded out, and struck out. One strike to Biggio. Grounded to third base. This should be the game, and is. Phillies win by a score of 11-4. So the Phillies made it 3 in a row with a resounding win over the Houston Astros tonight in the makeup game. Our Chevrolet player of the game, Jimmy Rollins. J-Roll, a 4 for 5 night, including his 7th home run of the year. So the Phillies winning it by a score of 11-4. Now for a look at what's coming up here on Comcast Sportsnet. Let's go back to our